Give thanks every day.
You're killing it.
Bro, so are you. You good? You alright?
I'm good, man.
Yeah,
You know
Mitch is
me,
here,
bro.
Man. Hey, I ain't seen you in a minute, bro.
I know. It's crazy. No, but obviously, like, impersonating you in a minute, but
Yeah.
always following the socials, always following the moves, always just, checking in and making sure you're good still. But
I was deep in it though, because I was like, you know what? Maybe it's more like you're outside and I'm outside. We're just not in the. We just haven't been in the same places.
I know.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I know.
Like you're doing what you're doing, and I'm doing what I'm doing, but we just haven't. How we usually would.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, it's mad still.
I know. I ain't been R&B in a minute as well, man. I was supposed to come to the Sweden one.
Oh yeah.
But then I had a friend over from America, and then it was just
one of them ones.
Yeah.
You been alright though? You been
Yeah,
good?
good,
You're looking
man.
well. You're looking good.
Thank
you know
you,
what I
bro.
mean?
Thank
Looking
you, bro.
sprucey.
You know what I'm saying? I'm getting the skin treatment.
Man's going gym and that.
Yeah,
I noticed. And
I
you're
should be going
actually
harder,
training.
No, I'm training, but like, I need to push myself.
Okay. Then
I
maybe
need to
just
up
get a
the
trainer
weights
then.
more. I know. I'm considering it now.
Just
'Cause
get a trainer.
I'm clocking like I'm staying within my comfort zone too much.
Yeah, and then you can't. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to get to the other line or to get to the other side.
Yeah.
If you don't have that, sometimes you don't need a PT. You just need someone that's going to be with you training that will train.
Yeah.
Like when I felt like at one point when I was probably at my fittest was when me, Ben, and Manny were training together.
Yeah.
So that was our thing. We used to go to the gym all the time
How
together.
many times a week?
We was getting like 3-4 times a week.
Oh yeah, that's lit.
And we were pushing each other as well.
Yeah.
It was good because we was catching up with brethren. So like, it was like more of a thing of, that actually came about because one time, Benny's missus was like, she must have said to him, like, when do you see Chucks? Like, when do you see him?
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, man, I chat to him and whatever. She's like, but when do you see him? And then he's like, right, you know what? I don't really see him too much. And then he rang me one day and he's like, bro, what gym are you at? I'm signing up to the gym. Like, we just need to just do that. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm like, cool. So then at that point, me, him and Manny we would just link up at the gym. We'd be there for a little while. We'd talk, but we would train. Ben's a runner. I'm calisthenics. So I would push him on the bar.
Oh, you're a calisthenics, man.
Yeah. I'd push him on the bar. He'd push me when it comes to running.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really a runner like that.
Yeah, neither
Manny
am I.
was like a bit in between and whatnot. But, like, that really, really helped.
Bro, do you know what's sick about training with people as well? Not only will they push you and they're there to spot you. So even if you're going to struggle with a weight, do you know what I'm saying? You got someone there to kind of assist you.
Yeah.
But also, another key thing is your rest time in between.
Yeah.
So like if you're doing one-on-ones, when they finish their set, you just jump straight in.
Right,
Or if there's
exactly.
3 man, his one, jump straight in.
Yeah.
When it's just me, I might look at my phone.
Yeah, the next minute you're
And then
10
I've been
minutes
scrolling
in.
for like, and I'm like, bro, like I've had a 10-minute rest.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like,
Now you
when
gotta
you're with
start again.
someone, it's just, and because they've finished their set,
Yeah.
I have to finish my set.
Right then.
Or they're gonna help me finish my set. Like, there's accountability. But when I'm by myself, I'm just like, if depending on how I'm feeling that day,
Yeah.
I might just like, do you know what? Just drop the weight. Do you know what I mean? Like when you're with someone, and I might need to do a PT.
Are you
for that reason.
motivated though? I
am, but do you know what I've jumped on recently? What I've always tried to avoid because it just made me feel weird, but I've pushed through it now. Is pre-workout.
Oh, okay.
So like when I take the pre-workout now, it does help. Like it gives you that extra bit of energy. Do you know what I mean? It keeps you focused. Like it's helped me definitely. It will help me push through when I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, pre-workout.
And I've been having proper breakfast because before I would like smack a Rice Krispie bar or like a banana and then just go in there and it's like it's not enough energy.
do that. No.
You gotta have a proper breakfast and then.
So was you not a breakfast man anyway at all? Was that your thing just in general? Just a young
Not really. But you know what it is, yeah? Like I've moved into a new place now, innit?
Honourable shout out to you.
Love, bro. Nice place, but it's like in all my other places, even the place I had before my last one, I had space. This is how you know man them that live by themselves completely a scatty, yeah? I had room in my second to last place for a table and chairs, like a dining table.
But you never had one though, did you?
Never had one.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there eating on the couch.
Yeah.
But now that I've got a dining table and I'm in my grown man era proper,
Yeah.
I'm sitting eating at my table.
Yes.
It's different.
Yes.
Now I want to make meals.
Yes.
And eat at the table. It's the little things like that though. Like now I'm like, I want to cook, and then I eat at my table. I'm enjoying it better. My posture's better.
Yes.
I just feel, do you know what I mean? Now I want to make meals. So the other day I made like scrambled eggs for breakfast, mushrooms. Like I'm in it now. Now I want to eat meals, bro. Like but before I never had a dining table. So
the
it's like
psychology of things
crazy.
is crazy because I hear it. If you just have a couch in your yard, you're straight in takeaway mode
That's
all the
it.
time.
That's it, bro.
But you have a dining table, you might be in takeaway, but still, you might want to make something to sit at the table and eat at the table.
It's the little things. And do you know what it is? Women are so much more advanced with those things.
Yeah.
Because like most girls I know that live by themselves, they have a dining table.
Yeah.
And then the man them I know that live by themselves, more time don't. Like if their place didn't come furnished with one, they just don't get one because we're just like, fuck it, we're just gonna we'll just eat, watch something on YouTube or do you know what I mean? Bro, it's crazy.
I've always been a dining table man.
Oh, have you? Yeah, but you seem like you seem like you've been grown beyond your years anyway, bro. Don't you think though? Like Chuckie's like a old soul, bro. Like I'm not surprised.
Nah, I hear it, but I just think maybe I just thought that everyone had a dining table until I deeped it. That no, not everyone. Like a lot of my brethren that were living on their own at a certain point just didn't have a dining table.
Nah, bro. I don't know why. Do you know what it is? Because for me, it's like a dining table. We'll have 4 chairs and it's like I'm by myself.
Yeah.
So I'm not eating with anyone. So I thought if I'm not eating with anyone, then I could just eat on my sofa.
Yeah.
But then when my friends come round or whatever, and then we're all just hunched up on here, like food, plate resting on pillows. You want a tray? Like it's now that I got a dining table, I'm like,
I got a young extended one still.
What do you mean?
So I got an extended dining table. So it's like, it's kind of square, but you can make it bigger.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So if I've got people over, or like more people over, I could just take it out and then it becomes a lot bigger. Whereas now, if I'm just in there on my own, boom, it's just there, and then it gives it. Yeah, it just gives.
You're accommodating.
Huh?
You're accommodating.
Yeah.
Not me, boy. The time I was like, man, you could just eat on the sofa with me, bro. Like it's just, you know what I'm saying. But it wasn't a good look if a girl came around. Like that was when it's like, you want food, and then it's like we're just eating on the sofa. It's just, I know they're just judging me in the back of my head. Like now, I feel like grown. Do you know what I mean?
More time is that they're happy for the company. I'm going with that.
Oh yeah, no, definitely,
I'm going with that.
But
you're tidy, and you're tidy. Because I've been to your yard,
yeah,
you're tidy.
I'm a minimalist as well. I don't have many things in my yard and stuff.
So you're right.
I'm even getting like, bro, I've stepped into my proper like interior area.
Oh yeah, I noticed you got a toaster.
Smeg.
Strong.
Smeg.
To bits.
Matt Smeg.
Yeah?
Just to put it out there, not to floss or anything, but a little bit.
No, do it though.
The matte is £40 more than the gloss one.
What?
So the gloss one is £150, which is pricey for a toaster.
That's a toy.
The matte one is £190.
£190.
Bro, I saw the gloss one in Selfridges and it was £150, and I was like, should I get it? Like, I don't know. And then I went in John Lewis.
There? You swear? Wait, how much did you? I thought it was a gift.
No, I copped that.
Oh, you
copped it? It wasn't from
it?
the brand. I copped it. I was in John Lewis and I saw one and it was £190. And I went to them. I said, wait, hold on. It's £150 in Selfridges. How's it £190 in John Lewis? Does that make sense? They were like, because it's the matte one.
It's the matte.
That's all I needed to hear. I was like, yeah, give me that.
Well, so, get a matching kettle.
Now I'm gonna get it though. But these are the things that.
Well, you ain't got no kettle though.
I have got a kettle, but do you know what it is? I don't like how my kettle looks on my counter. So what I do is I pack it away.
Oh my!
And then when I need it, I take it out, plug it in, use it. Then I pack it away. Like my shit needs to be. I'm on some different shit now, bro. I'm on some. Do you know what it is? Yeah. See, girls as well. Yeah. They notice these little things, you know. Like
that is hilarious,
bro. If a thing comes around your yard,
yeah,
and she sees like she's just looking, like she's coming, she's looking around, and sees a Smeg toaster. She might not say anything,
but she knows the level. I hear it. Yeah.
They notice interior little. Yeah. Because man, them don't look at those things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I actually don't even have a toaster.
Oh, bro, toasting that comes out. The bagels I've had in that.
Serious.
Oh, sensational.
So what? Have you got an air fryer yet?
Yeah, I got air fryer. Ninja. Yeah, of course. Right? It has to be the Ninja one. Still, I got the air fryer. Still, I don't use it as much as I should, but.
Yeah, I haven't even used my air fryer yet, actually. Yeah, I ain't used it.
Nice, calm, man. Salmon slaps in there.
Yeah, you could do everything in there still. So what? Wait. So you can actually cook? Or is that where it gets a little techie?
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm a cook because I think that's disrespectful to cooks.
Oh, right.
What I'll say is I have meals that I can cook and I stick to my meals. So
how
chicken
many?
and rice.
How many?
Salmon, basic things. About 4 or 5 meals. But you know, there's levels to cooking, innit? Like, see, my cooking is so basic. I'll just dash the meat or whatever in seasoning, packet seasoning. Even like the onions will be like
packets,
seasoned. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Dash. I'm not there chopping up spring onions and peppers and dashing it in the pan and giving it real flavour.
Oh, you're not doing that?
No, mine's all in a packet, bro.
Just one time, boom, fling.
Boom, packet. And it's like, it tastes good. It's all right, but do you know what I mean? There's levels to cooking. That's why I'll never say I'm a cook, bro. Like, it's just disrespectful. I'm making broccoli, I'll dash it in the frying pan,
Okay.
put some liquid seasoning on it.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, it's basic.
Yeah.
Survival.
You're a man who does what it says on the tin.
There you
You're
go.
like that.
There you go. But I do want to progress. Do you know what it is? Yeah, I blame everything on little things like this, like me not having a dining table. That's made me want to cook more. Or if you've got a banging kitchen, like say you've bought your yard in the sticks, and you got one of them nice kitchens with an island.
Yeah.
How can you not want to cook more if you have that kitchen?
No, of course.
I've grown up in the hood. Like my mum's kitchen, tiny, like living in Cancel. Do you know what I mean? So the kitchen, because my kitchen weren't really nice, it never appealed
It wasn't
to
a
me to be in the
pleasant. It
kitchen.
wasn't a pleasant place
I didn't want
to
to be in the kitchen a lot.
Yeah.
If you grew up in the suburbs in a nice house and your kitchen was banging and your mum's, then you want to be in the kitchen. Do you know what I mean? I think it's little things like that play a role.
Yeah, well, also culture probably changed a bit in that too, because like obviously, like Granny was whipping up still, and like my mum has always been a whippers in regards to cooking.
Yeah.
So like from council estate days to like from when she bought a yard, she's always been like, she's really good. I gotta say, my mum's really good. My mum's like, when it comes to cooking, my mum's really good at cooking all different types of food.
Yeah.
Whereas my dad's extremely good at just cooking Caribbean food. Do you get what I'm saying? So like,
do you know what? I'll put money on it. Yeah, I say it out here. I'll put money on it now. Yeah, my mum's white.
Yeah.
Irish, English, white. Might be the best white cook, female mum cook out there.
Strong.
I could be biased. I don't know, but you know, obviously there's a
she can do her
stereotype
thing.
like, oh, if your mum's white, then you know she can't. White women can't cook. There's
That's
that
not true.
stereotype.
Yeah, that's not true.
That stereotype's out there, innit? Like,
yeah.
my mum can cook. Like my mum's a baker as well. My mum don't just cook food; she can bake cakes to a phenomenal level. Like she likes cooking. It just never appealed to me.
Yeah.
I was the type of man that like, I just wasn't on it. Like I just saw it as a chore. Like I hated all chores. Because my mum was white, I kind of got away with not doing a lot of chores.
Yeah.
Then I got to a
Sounds like
certain
you got
age,
blind.
she was like, you got to do your own laundry, you got to do this. Like the only chore I like doing was ironing, and that was because it involved me looking good.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Like I'm ironing my t-shirt, I'm getting
Yeah.
ready to go out. I say it involves me looking good, so I didn't really see that as a chore ironing my clothes. But anything else, hoovering, I wasn't on it, bro.
I still don't even see ironing clothes as a chore. Maybe because
It's
I don't.
not, innit?
Maybe because I don't iron in bulk. I just iron when I'm ready to wear something.
Yeah, but you know, in some households, your mum might make the child like
Iron everything.
take it out of the laundry and iron it and put it in the wardrobe.
Yeah, that's mad to me.
Yeah, it's long.
Because then what? Then you got to take it back out when you're gonna wear it and then iron it again.
Yeah, but if you hang it up, it's nice, isn't it?
Oh yeah, true. But how much clothes can you actually fit in that bit?
Oh, I got a walk-in wardrobe now, man.
Oh, is that how you're?
I moved, bro. I got a walk-in. No, I had to, bro. I had to, man. We thought I bought a Smegger, not a walk-in wardrobe, man. I gotta have my priorities and all that. No, but joy is I got too many clothes, bro. Like, and I'm someone that's like, I'm into clothes, innit?
So what? You don't fold no? Is your walk-in wardrobe to a point where you don't need to fold no clothes?
Well, it's not. I'm saying I got a walk-in wardrobe.
You've turned the bedroom
It's
into.
not built yet. I've got a second bedroom which is massive,
Oh,
and it's like it's almost the size of this, maybe a little bit smaller than this room.
okay.
And I need to measure it and then have the walk-in wardrobe built in. But because it was like a bedroom, it had a wardrobe in it, and then my room has a wardrobe in it, my bedroom.
Yeah.
So I've just got loads. I can hang loads of clothes up, and then when the walk-in wardrobe's built, everything's gonna be hung.
Right.
You get what I'm
Oh, so
saying?
nothing. You're not gonna fold. Rah.
The only thing I'll fold like and have put away is like maybe gym clothes or like my
Yeah,
That's
because
it.
I got some. But do you know what? I actually need to declutter a lot now. So that was literally just a thought I had yesterday. Do you know what?
I know
Actually,
you got bare arms as well.
Do you know what brought me to that? I might as well big them up as well, yeah, because I gave them some clothes time ago. They're called. Wait, let me just get the name of them. Just so
I know you
get
got
it
big.
wrong.
I know Chuckie's probably got he could have a whole wardrobe of just Benja and trap star clothes.
Yeah. And you know what?
You include all of them over the years.
You see, like with those brands in particular,
Yeah.
I've still got all of the super old joints.
Yeah, I know.
And a lot of them are in like really, really good condition.
You're
But
original
I won't
West
wear them
London,
anymore. Do you know? Oh, here we go. Hearts and Helpers.
Arts and helpers, what's that?
Yeah. So like basically, they will come to your yard as long as you're living in London anyway.
Yeah.
Anything that you don't want, trainers, clothes, whatever it is, and then they basically give them to like disadvantaged people that are not.
gonna hit you up
homes or
about
whatever.
that.
So yeah,
got
and they're
bags
really
of
good. They
clothes.
deal with like
I got bags of clothes.
Is
from
it,
where
yeah?
I've moved. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll come and check you. Are you still kind of in London or a little bit outside?
No, I'm London.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit them up because I got stuff. I gave low when I moved. Before I moved, I gave stuff. There was an Oxfam at the top of my road. I gave loads stuff there, and then I got like brand new stuff that I should sell really, but it's just
if you're like the stuff that you should sell, but you can't be bothered to sell, give it to them.
Oh no, I will.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because they give them to, and then also the people that they're giving them to is like man, do you get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's
so
sick.
Which is sick.
I love them initiatives still.
Big them up each and every time. All right, boom. Let's just get into some stuff because time is of the essence. Yeah. Are we staying in the UK or are we going abroad? You pick.
I think it's wartime. First of all,
yes,
it's wartime. I was gonna come in fatigues. I was gonna come in army fatigues.
Yes, I was thinking about it too, but I was in Manchester and I was thinking it was one of them ones.
It's wartime. I think we got to go in with America right now.
Okay,
because to me that's been dominating the timeline for the last couple of days. Like I'll go on my timeline now, especially Twitter or X, and it's just that.
Let me ask you this here: as you're a future stan,
yes,
right, and a
Free
Drake,
bands. Free bands,
right, and a Drake fanatic too,
OVO Mitch,
to pieces, yeah.
I rep both. I rep both.
Hey, listen, yeah. Prior to all of this happening, was you of the opinion that there was a potential problem between the two?
I knew there was a problem, yeah.
What brought you to that conclusion?
What was the first thing that brought me to that conclusion? The fact that Future wasn't on Her Loss.
Yeah.
And he wasn't on For All the Dogs. To me, straight away, that screamed, what's going on here? Like, you man always have a feature on each other's projects for the last however many years. Like, their last feature was, they had 2 on Future's project, I Never Liked You. So they had the one with Thames, Wait For You.
Yeah.
And then they had that I'm On One song. I'm on one. So they had 2 on Future's project. And then we get to Her Loss, 21 Savage from Atlanta, Metro Boomin producing on Her Loss, Drake on there, and no Future. That to me was like, what? Then I was thinking, okay, maybe it's him and 21 Savage's
For All the
time.
Dogs came out before Future's project that time, though, didn't it? Because then Drake...
It went, I Never Liked You, then the end of the year, Her Loss, it's the end of 2022.
Oh, yes, you're right.
And For All the Dogs came out 2023. Right. I know time's moving quick.
Of course.
And For All the Dogs came out last year, and there was no Future on there again. And then I said, yeah, there's something's going on here. That's mad. Yeah. To have 2 projects back to back and there's no Future, and these men are supposed to be locked in.
Yeah.
To me, that was just strange, straight off the bat. Then obviously, you know me, I follow all that, the rap blogs. I follow all of it. I watch all the podcasts from Drink Champs. I just watch everything.
Yeah.
And there was little murmurs of it, like people saying there's little problems, academics saying there's like rumours in the industry.
Nori was saying that as well.
Nori, like all of them, there was little problems creeping up. And I was like, it makes sense because they ain't been spotted together. Because that's the next thing you can go, like, a man in same rooms together as well. You don't know all the same producers, all the same people, the same women. You're not in rooms together. Like, how does that doesn't make sense to me. So when I started seeing that play out over 12 months, I was like, yeah. So because these men were locked in.
Yeah, for years. For a long time.
Like, to the point where, like, when they're in London at Wireless 2 years ago, there's girls I know that were hanging out with parties with them and they're, like, locked in. Like, to the point where, like, Drake's taking, he's got his Air Drake thing.
Yeah.
Like, he's taking that back to the US and Future's coming on his plane with him back there. And
yeah.
it's just, they were locked in like boys, innit? So for you lot not to be seen together for like a year, no collaborations for a year, and you've both had multiple projects out.
Yeah. It did stink. Just for me, I didn't notice it too much until, though, when I started, because I heard Nori talk about it, and I heard it come up a few times over there. And for me, the way that I see things is, there's clearly conversations that are being had amongst people that really, really know. Yeah. And I think that, like, what probably happens sometimes is that, let's say for Nori, for example, he's probably been given some information, which is just conversation that you're having on the phone. But naturally, you're on a platform and you're talking about stuff and music or whatever. You may not necessarily want to come on the platform and say, so-and-so said this. You might just say, I'm hearing such and such. Reason being is because I know things that happen within our scene and culture here. And there's certain private conversations I might be having with someone. And I'll be honest with you, there's been times when I've come here and I've said, do you know what? I think that maybe, but I know that it is that. Because someone told me that was there. But I'm not going to say that. Do you get what I'm saying? So when I saw that happening, I thought, nah, there must be something really in it. To go on a big platform and to allude to something like that, where it wasn't common knowledge at the time, made me realise, oh yeah, maybe there is something going on. And when you start adding all the pieces together, you're not seeing them together, they're not on each other's projects or whatnot, then yeah.
I believe that not all the time, but 95% of the time, there's no smoke without fire.
Yeah.
I go by that phrase. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say all the time because sometimes it isn't what it seems, but more time, there's no smoke without fire, innit? Like, you have to kind of read into things and see things. But I'm not going to lie, Chuckie, yeah? For me, it's been like a child going through a divorce, bro. No Diddy. Like, it's crazy, fam. Like, for me, these are like two of my favorites, Drake and Future. Like, they're two of my favorites. Anyone that knows me or has followed me online knows. When it comes to music, I love these two artists. So when I heard there's a bit of beef, I was like, nah, please. And then when I see the album title, We Don't Trust You, and we already know Metro and Drake don't like each other. That's been obvious. I said, yeah, that's it, man. It's divorce time.
So
what parent am I rolling with?
What parent are you rolling with? I'm with Drake anyway. I mean, obviously I love Future. I do, definitely not as much as you.
I'm in a co-parent situation right now.
But I'm a Drake. I love Drake. That's my guy.
That's my guy as well. But
irrespective of all of what happens, and even what I'm going to say today, Drake is my guy. Yeah, Drake is my guy. But so yeah, when I saw the title as well, I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, clearly there's definitely something going on there. Yeah, but like, I know that people are speculating about this being over a gal and that, yeah, but I still can't get my head around that, and somebody's still gonna have to be able to explain that to me. How that even happens?
Well, I don't think it's more because when we think of it being a girl, you're probably thinking like I was or most people that, oh, he's hit a girl that I hit. They shouldn't care, innit? They all hit the same girls and whatever. So I don't think it's about man sleeping.
It's about principle.
Not even just that. I think from what I'm hearing, that it's about what man are saying to the girl.
Right.
So when I hear the first track, the opening track, We Don't Trust You, and he says pillow talking around some girls and all of that, to me, that sounds like you've linked a girl that I know or linked, and you're dissing me to that girl, or you're saying things about me to that girl, and it's got back to me now. So it could be, we're speculating, but it could be something like, I don't even rate my man. Like, it really, do you know what I mean? Or like, he's jarring, or he's corny, or it could be any one of these things, and then all it takes is the girl in the studio next time, a month later or whatever, chilling with you, or you beat it, and then she's like, yeah, you know, my man said like, he don't rate you. Like, or it's something just as simple as that. I don't think it's just sharing the girl.
No, you're right.
I think it's the talking. It's the pillow talking that's a problem.
Yeah.
And when man finds
it's the added sauce to it. It's like, you're checking the gal and that, fine. But to sit there and be having conversations about, man, is bonkers.
Yeah.
That's bonkers. And then on top of that, maybe, because we will never know. And these are the things that, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not nosy, but then on the other hand, I'm incredibly nosy.
Oh, with these man,
I want to know what, because but one of my first thoughts was gonna be, at the time, was like, why don't man just get on a phone call and just have a conversation about what, and then just squash that? But then, of course, you have to understand this is real life. In real life, you can have a conversation with a man on the phone and still not love the way that the conversation was. And so, say for example, me and you're my brethren, innit, yeah? And then let's say I've heard that you've said so and so and whatever. I'm going to ring you and we're going to have a conversation about it. But then I might come off the phone to you and think, like Mitch is actually a proper pussy, yo. Like he's like literally skirting around the thing and that. And like, I don't even, there's a sentence that you might have even have said that I just didn't even like. I just didn't even like that. Yeah. Now, back on the pod now, a couple indirects and that because I don't fuck with my man anymore. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, like I kind of was just in my head trying to like, understand how two guys that are so locked in get to this point here.
But there's another thing we got to remember as well. Yes, they're locked in. They've made music together for a long period of time, and I'm sure through their careers and their musical chemistry, they've become boys, right? But the reality is, in life in general, not just the music industry, everyone has their own crop, their own batch of actual friends.
Yeah, of course.
So Drake's actual friends, from what I can see, is like Chubbs, 40. Do you know all these man? Nico, these OVO members.
They're his guys.
Anyone outside of that, I might be cool with you or I might be a friend with you, but the reality is this is an industry relationship.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Same with Future. Future will have his guys that are not even famous or whatever, that are his boys. So the problem is now, we're boys and I've said shit about you, which is definitely going to piss you off. But then that's why you have to remember that the reality is these people are not your actual real friends.
100%.
And at the core of it, there's still competition involved as well.
Yeah.
Because hip hop in general is an ego based genre. It's about who can be number one, who's the best, and I think people try and dismiss Future in that because he's not as lyrical as some of the other guys. But in terms of getting busy in making music, hits, the culture, having the streets on lock, Future's very much a big stepper. Future's very much in that conversation and wants to be in that conversation.
I would add ego into that too, though. I think that like his ego is probably matched the same as any other rapper, really.
Yeah.
Of course, I want to be the best. Of course, this man can't chat to me. Of course, my man can't bust up the stage the same way that like we're cool, but you did what you did. Watch when I go out there and do what I do. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I've been around enough artists to see that enough times like these lot are cool with each other and whatever, yeah. But when they're in their own circles and that, bro, I do my thing more than my man does. He's cool, that's my brethren, but I do my thing though.
Of course.
Do you get what I'm saying? So that it's not excluded from that. When you heard Kendrick's thing.
Oh, like that.
Yeah.
First of all, the beat's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Metro went mad with
crazy.
that flip. That sample flip was mad. And then when Kendrick comes in, like all of us saw it. It never had features on it.
I like
no
that.
one was credited.
I like that.
So it's that element of surprise.
I love that.
I do like it. I never used to like it.
Yeah, neither did I.
But now I like it for reasons like this.
I think only certain people can do that, really, though. Like certain artists, I wouldn't really want them to do that still.
Yeah.
But I think like in this context, Metro in particular, like I think it works. Still.
Do you know why I think it's good? Because if you're trying to listen to a project and you just put the features there, some people might just skip to their feature with their favorite artist on it and not listen to it in sequence.
Exactly. That's what a lot of people do.
Yeah. When you do it like this, it's like you got to run through it now and just unpack the surprises.
Sorry to interrupt you. I could almost guarantee you there was a small percentage of people that when this Kendrick thing came out, they ain't listened to the album yet, but they're just trying to go to this and they can't find it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They don't know where it is.
Well, this is why I was annoyed because I'm someone that likes to listen to albums in sequence. I've woke up now. I knew I needed to wake up early on this day because it's one of my favorite artists. I needed to wake up early and take this in like 6 a.m. I've woke up at like 9:30, kind of late, right? My phone's blown up. We've done this before where we send, my phone's blown up. Like I've got Mimi, I've got people hitting me up. You seen what Kendrick? I'm just like, what Kendrick? This is Future's day.
Yeah, exactly.
This is one of my goats' day. Why are we been talking about Kendrick right? Has Kendrick dropped an album? Like, I go on Twitter. The verses everywhere, the quotables are everywhere, everything's everywhere. So now when I've gone to the album, I've just gone straight for that track. Because I've seen it on Twitter, people saying like that, so I've gone and clipped the track straight away. And it's kind of taken the shine of Future and Metro Boomin's thing and it's made it about Kendrick. But when I listened to it, I was like, this is it now. This is what we've been asking for. This is like, for years, man have been dancing around each other's names, subliminals, all of that. And I know he didn't actually say a name, but he doesn't need to. He said first person shooter. He said motherfuck the big three. It's just big me.
Right.
He said for all the dogs getting buried.
Right.
Pet cemetery.
Yeah.
He said goofies with a check.
Yes.
We know like Drake and Nike. Like there's too much in it now. Like
he said stuff before.
Oh yeah. He's bare
you get what I'm saying?
He said things.
So this one now is adding a lot more meat to the bone.
Oh, 100%. And it's like he's just gone for the head. Like he's just said, "Fuck this. You man are on this." Because what's funny about
I'm too paranoid for all of that.
Yeah, what's funny about first person shooters and what Drake and J. Cole have been doing is because Kendrick's someone that pops out every 4 or 5 years, or in recent times, they've just made it like, you know what, Cole, you've been seen as third, but you've been going mad the last 2 years with features. You're at a high rapping level right now. You're one of the only rappers that has actually continued to improve over a long period of time. A lot of us say that Drake's best work is in the past.
Yeah.
Even to an extent, we could argue, I know some Kendrick fans are going to argue this and die on this hill, but Kendrick's best work, for me personally, is in the past.
Wait, is that the... Nah, I think most people...
No, some Kendrick fans go, Mr. Brown, Big Steppers is a classic and it's right up there with that Good Kid. And personally, I don't think so. That's my opinion.
I don't want to interrupt your flow, but I think, obviously the stands will say that, but I think fans will say they still enjoy his new work. They won't say that he's fallen off, but I'm sure that a lot of them will look back and say that his older stuff was a lot more top tier. Not to discount his new stuff, because I don't discount his new stuff. I do like it, but anyway, I don't want to
yeah. Like for me, Mr. Morale had moments like there was, and then the moments
I really liked it.
The moments that I liked in it were very high, like Rich Spirit. Some of the songs in there, like they were very, very high for me.
Yeah.
But the subject matter, like I don't want to hear you say my auntie is a man now.
No,
like that's not interesting to me.
I liked it. I liked it. I'll tell you why I liked it, because I like the story behind it.
That's cool. It's just not for me. The album was very introspective. It was very much about his life. And do you know what? More importantly than any of that for me, it's just Kendrick's in a different place, isn't it? He dresses different. He moves different. He's still very much reps Compton and LA. But to me, Good Kid, Mad City and those albums really had an LA vibe to them. They felt very LA. Whereas like this Mr. Morale, for me, it just felt a little bit more like a man in his mid-30s, which he is, that is going through therapy and dealing with certain things, and I'm just not interested in that personally.
So I'm
outside,
do you know what
I'm
it is?
Single, I'm
no,
trying to
I
turn
hear
up,
you.
I'm just not for me.
But this is the thing, I am, but there's times for it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And I like when the time is for it, then I love it. But obviously, on a Friday night, I'm probably not bumping that. I'm just not listening to that on a Friday night. I might lean a little bit more to Future. To be honest with you, if I'm being all the way honest, I'm leaning more to Benny the Butcher on a Friday night when I'm driving, I'm doing my thing, whatever. Because that's my default. That's my thing, innit? Yeah. But Friday night, I'm going for that. However, I am in the spaces a lot of the time where I just want to, like, I want to hear a deeper level of substance, even if in those moments I'm not taking it in like that. But it's just, I need it for me and my soul. Yeah. But yeah, I like one of the reasons why I like that song in particular as well is because I like the what is it? My Auntie is a Man now. Auntie's Diaries.
Auntie Diaries.
Because because it's where he's sort of like he's talking about the contradictions in words and then how he gets to the word nigger, because that's a conversation that we have sometimes all the time, isn't it? It's like, you know what, it's okay for this person to do this or to say that, but when it's time for me to say this, like, how comes that's okay? And it's like a man in his mind, which you just said, it's like he's got to a point in his life where he's questioning a lot of stuff, and I just love elements of that. But anyway, going back to the disc, bro.
So my favorite song on that, I just remembered on is it Count Me Out?
Oh yeah.
I love when you count me out. I love that song. That song is that's one of my favorite Kendrick songs across his whole catalog. Yeah? Bro, I love the song that much. Sick. It's just the way he spits. Where he's like, blood I spill could fill up an aquarium. Like, he was going mad.
He's a barrers.
No, bro, come on. Kendrick's one of the best ever. But like,
sorry, bro.
People are saying it's divided, isn't it? They're saying like, people making jokes. There's a civil war now. Even Metro Boomin tweeted, once you pick a side, stay over there. Like,
oh, he said that?
He tweeted that. Yeah, he said, once you pick a side, he either tweeted it or put it on the caption of one of his photos. And he said, once you pick a side, stay over there, yeah?
Yes.
And my thing is, like, that's just big cap. First of all,
of course,
like he might not be talking to us as the fans. He might be talking to industry peers.
Yeah,
right. Because it's seeming like that right now. We're seeing Rick Ross apparently and Nav have unfollowed Drake, and they've separated. Rick Ross is on the album as well.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've seen this. Rick Ross's baby mum's come out and said how he always was bitching about Drake to her. Yeah, bare things are coming out now. So we're talking about this pillow talking stuff.
Oh my
She's
God.
just come out on the internet and started saying this in a video now. Obviously, we don't know if she's chatting shit, but she said it. There's a clip of it online, and it's all of it's coming out the woodwork. And for me, it's like, I can't pick a side as a grown man in my 30s because I'm not I'm not one of these stands that are like in the stand base. Like,
he's not talking to you, bro.
Who? You talking about to the peers?
He's talking to them lot up there that they're doing work with and whatever that's in that. 100%.
Okay, even that to me is corny.
Of course it is.
It's corny because this isn't like, see when you've got Dirk and NBA Youngboy, people have died.
Yeah.
King Von's dead. Like, people are dying. This is real street stuff. So if Dirk says to another artist, which he probably wouldn't even do because he wants money, but if he says, you mess with him, I'm not messing with you, I understand that. This is music. This is, as far as I know, no one's died over this. So if this is about a girl pillow talking and all of this stuff, and now you're telling other producers or other rappers, if you work with him, you're not working with us. To me, that's just corny because it's a music industry and it's an ecosystem.
Yeah, but also, you know what? Like, and I'm with you. It's just the ego thing.
Yeah.
Ultimately, this is going to be water off a duck's back later on down the line because nobody's dying. Ain't no one getting beaten up. No one's getting punched up or anything like that. It's just a here in the moment, and an emotional way of reacting to something. He's not talking to the fans for sure. He's definitely talking to those lot. But as I said, once this ends up doing whatever it's supposed to do, if it does do that, like all of that becomes air.
So what's the purpose of this?
He's just getting carried away. Honestly, I just genuinely believe he's just getting carried. Yeah, he's just getting carried away.
I just think. All right, let's spin back to like that though.
Yeah, go on.
I thought it was genius. I just
immediately.
I just thought no. I mean, his verse was genius, but I meant having Kendrick. If you're saying we don't like you to Drake,
oh yeah, who's
the perfect person to get on this that hates Drake?
Kendrick.
Like me and my boy was talking about this, and he was like, I don't think Drake and Kendrick. I was like, nah. I think it's beyond rap competitive now. I think for the last 5 or so years, Drake does not like Kendrick does not like Drake as a person. I think his principles, what he stands for, and everything. Kendrick's like, I don't fuck with you.
I'm anti that.
It's not me. I don't like you. I actually don't like you. Not to the point where it's like, I'll see you and fight you, but it's like in life, we meet these people. The type of person you are, what you do, what you stand for, I keep my distance from you. I don't fuck with that. That's not me, innit?
And he probably hears a lot of things too, but maybe not true. Maybe not true. But you know, like sometimes that adds to it as well. It's like someone comes to you and be like, oh, you never guessed, did you hear about what Drake did with so-and-so? Or did you hear about, and it's like, it's confirmation to understand this is the reason why I don't fuck with this guy. I just don't like this brother. And you know what? In fact, I'm dying for him to say something.
Who?
You know, no, it's just like, that's how the man get into it. Because even roadman do that sometimes. You know, roadman are like, right, I don't really like my man. And it's like, they haven't got a full reason. It's just, my gut feeling, we're just not the same in it, different. Yeah. But then someone else comes and says, yeah, did you hear what my man did? And he's like, yeah, bro, I just don't like do you know, is that what he's been doing? Bro, I beg him, I dare he say something. And I think Kendrick's been wanting that moment for Drake to do something or whatnot, and it just hasn't really happened. So now, as you said, the perfect way to now express more of it is that phone call from Future.
But it's deeper than that as well. I've clocked it's deeper than that. It's like, I feel like Kendrick, like you said, was waiting for this moment to do this, right? And if you actually now go back, which people have been doing and listening to Her Loss or the albums over the years, there's been loads of subliminals at Kendrick. So people are acting, the narrative online is Kendrick's just popped out of the blue on this album and just fired headshots at these man. But it's actually reactive. It's not proactive, in my opinion. It's not like they haven't done that and then he's gone, fuck this, I'm the best, bam, bam, bam. Yeah. J. Cole has been sending shots as well, subliminally. Yeah. There's videos on YouTube about this that I've watched, like breaking down bars. Like, these men have been sending shots. But what I think is, Kendrick didn't want to just come out and do it because the problem is Drake was so popular and had so many people in the industry on his side that he'll end up being like a man on a lone island if he did that. Yeah. The moment he finds out key players like Future's not fucking with him no more, Metro's not fucking with him no more, it makes it a bit easier now for you to go, all right, this is the perfect time for me to shoot out now. Because I'm not a man, I'm not by myself in this now. Yeah. There's other people that actually don't fuck with me.
And more importantly, one of your big dogs who was your actual guy, who is a big stepper, doesn't fuck with you.
There you go. But let me show you how deep this runs. And this is all because of Metro. It's not just because of Kendrick. Everyone's acting like Kendrick's instigated this. Metro is actually the puppeteer in all of this. And I'll tell you why. A year ago, I don't know if you heard this, a song leaked by Drake that was supposed to be on For All the Dogs. It was the one with Uzi, Lil Uzi Vert. Have you heard it? It's called At the Gates.
I can't remember the song, but I remember it though. I remember it being a leak from that.
There was a song called At the Gates. You lot can, they've done that thing where, you know, the label removes it off like sound. They keep, if it goes up, they keep removing it, right? But it's not a legit song released.
It exists somewhere though.
Yeah, no, Drake played it on OVO Sound Radio like a year ago, right? And that was like the audio, and then people ripped the audio of that. And it was his first collab with Uzi, but Metro Boomin produced the song. Mad song. And there's bars on the song where Drake says, fake woke niggas, fake deep. You ain't no fame before me. Gave your ass a little sneak peek. Now you got to take a back seat. So obviously Kendrick's got a song called Backseat Freestyle.
Yeah.
Fake woke niggas, fake deep.
Yeah, all right.
You didn't know fame before me. Obviously Drake blew before Kendrick did. And then he had him on Take Care. Buried Alive intro. Brought him out on his tour. So he said, gave your ass a little sneak peek. Now you got to take a back seat. Clear subliminals to Kendrick for me, if you know bars.
Yeah, and obviously if you're Kendrick, you'll listen to that and you'll be
Kendrick heard it 100%. Yeah. They hear everything each other say, but it was a leak. So the casual fans never really heard it. It's the people that are really in this, that will listen to all the leaks, heard this. Here's what's happened. For the Dogs comes out. All the fans, especially the Uzi fans, were excited because they're like, Drake and Uzi want to hear the finished version. Their CD quality wasn't on the album. Even I was like, what the fuck's this song? Song's hard, not on the album. I go and check the credits. Metro Boom, I didn't know this at the time when I heard it. Metro Boomin produced the beat. I was like, okay. Now I'm hearing Metro Boomin and Drake are beefing. So I'm like, either Metro Boomin's not cleared it because he's not fucking with Drake, or Drake's just not put it on because he's not fucking with Metro Boomin. Check this now. Kanye starts doing listening sessions for his album, right? He did it for Vultures, and he's done it for Vultures 2. He did one with Ty Dolla $ign a couple weeks ago for Vultures 2. And there's a new song that he performed, or just did the listening thing for, and it's him, Ty Dolla and Future. Metro Boomin produced it. It's called Promotion, and it's the same beat.
Oh.
So Metro has given the beat to another person that doesn't like Drake. Who's that? Kanye.
Yes.
Giving him the beat. Kanye's done what Kanye done. He's put his extra drums and things on it, elevated it to stadium status.
Yeah.
Because it sounded cold already, but because Metro Boomin's cold. But Kanye's done, let me throw the 808s and the extra, and sounds mad. And then they put Future on it.
Yeah.
This level of chess playing that's going on it, because Vultures 2 ain't out yet. But when people, remember I said this, when Vultures 2 drops, there's a song called Promotion on it. It's got Future on it. And the beat, if you can find At the Gates, I'm giving you lot the gems. If you can find At the Gates, it's the same beat. Right. So Metro has taken the beat off, I'm assuming, taken the beat from Drake and said, you're not putting this out. And he's giving it to Kanye, who doesn't like Drake.
You're not dissing my guy or my, if it's that. You're not dissing my guy on one of my rhythms. Are you mad?
No, but it was Kendrick.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And Kendrick and Metro, I'm not saying they're not guys, but they're not tight.
Sorry, follow Chucks. I hear it.
Yeah, but what he's done is he's taken a beat back, given it to Kanye, who don't like Drake, and then put Future, who now doesn't like Drake, on the beat.
Right.
That's going to piss Drake off. Drake's seen this. Do you get what I'm saying? These are the chess moves. And this was the first preview I actually heard of this song wasn't even at this listening session 2 weeks ago in the stadium. Do you remember when Kanye was in that restaurant in Miami playing songs?
Yeah.
That's where I first heard it. And I was like, this sounds like Out the Gates. But it was like a 20-second snippet of the video. Then I saw him perform the whole thing at the stadium. I was like, okay,
that's definitely it.
This is what's happened now, right? So cool. We've heard that song. Now We Don't Trust You comes out, and Kendrick's on there. So Metro's doing the whole, I'm going to link up with the people that don't like you just as much as I don't like you now. And these are the games that are going on, that are unfolding here.
Yeah.
Who else don't like Drake? The Weeknd.
Oh, yeah.
The Weeknd came out and said like 4 or 5 months ago, I'm not doing features no more. He said this, I'm not doing features no more. You're on this album.
Yeah, of course.
It's not a real feature, it's like ad-libs and stuff, but it's like,
still,
you lot all dissing Drake? Yeah, that'll make me come out of my little, that'll make me come out of my little band. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
I got an album out called We Don't Trust You. This is the reason thing, whatever. Do you want to come on it? Yeah, do you know
And this is another thing that I've speculated. They've got another album coming out, right? Future, you heard about this, Future Metro, in a couple of weeks. To me, this album isn't even their proper album. Because a lot of people listening to this going like, where's the standout single? To me, this is almost like a concept album. And the album is, we're making a statement, getting at Drake. This is us. This is our team. This is the team over here. Dark sounding trap album. And I believe the next album will be the musical album.
And then go back to business. Is that basically what you're saying?
I think the next, I'm not saying
Let me just get this out. Let me just get this out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just make it be clear. So this is on the table. And then once that's out there,
now we get these summer bangers off and we get the music. I could be wrong. They might double back for a whole. We still don't trust you. It might be called We Still Don't Trust You.
Fuck this bitch.
Innit? We're still, they might just jump out and say, fuck
this bitch.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hear
but yeah, man, there's a lot of chess moves going on.
You know what? It's interesting hearing you break that down because, you know, one of my thoughts was when I heard the Kendrick thing, my first thought was, do you know what? Like, I thought it was a bit mid because I just wasn't taking it in properly. But the one thing that did come to mind was...
you heard that the first time and thought that could have been mid?
I just heard it and I thought...
You're bugging,
wait.
how?
Do you know what I thought as well? This is a mad thought to even have. I heard Kendrick on it and I thought, that's a bit dangerous to do this on a beat like this because Drake would do a madness on this.
Yeah, like that he would.
Yeah, I just thought this is a bit... I would have expected... Kendrick to stay more on like a 95 BPM or whatever, that normal rapper's sort of tempo and do whatever he's doing there. Yeah. When I heard that, I thought, well, okay, that's really bold of you. And then I just kind of carried on doing what I was doing. But one of the things though that did come to my mind was that I think that he's doing this based upon some other shit, not even just this free shooters thing. There's just some other stuff that's going on that maybe I've missed somewhere down the line. I can't see how Kendrick would just come out just on a thing of like just for this, like fuck this guy's sake. Like something must have or had to have happened for him to get to that point where he's basically being a lot more direct than he ever has. Then I came back to it and I played it in my car. Then I played it again. Then I played it again. Then I started reading it and I was like, oh my God, this thing is hard.
But you know what the maddest thing for me about it was? Because to me, the bars ain't actually amazing bars. The reason it's so hard to me...
It's the performance for me.
Exactly. It's his aggression.
Yeah.
It's his tone. It's the passion. It's the way... Like the way he says...
And it's the sarcasm.
Bro, it's the way he says, motherfuck the big three. Like, what the... Like, I don't give a fuck. You know when you talk like that? Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck's this guy talking to?
And there's a part in there where he's like, oh... What does he say?
Yeah. And he called him a bum. He's like, nigga, bum. I'm like, bro, what? Like, he's calling him a bum.
Can I say as well, sorry, that's another thing that I really like about Kendrick, yeah, which is almost, okay, I'm not saying that these two are the same. They're not the same. But a reason why I like Kendrick is also one of the reasons why I like Gets of Today. Because Gets of Today has all these different cadences and tones and whatever, depending on the mood of which he's spitting in. And it can change 4 or 5 times in a 16 or a 32, and I love that because there's a performance element to that, and Kendrick does that really well.
I'm gonna be controversial. I hate it.
Do you?
I don't hate it, but I'm not with Gets. I like how Gets does it. But
yeah, of course. So now you're being pussy. How can you say that you don't like it? That you don't like that, but you like it with Gets?
No, because that's why I'm correcting myself. I don't not like that.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't like when Kendrick does it.
Okay.
I don't like when Kendrick puts on voices. It's not for me. To me, it's a bit like, because he can do multiple voices, like high pitch. He does. I don't like that. My favorite Kendrick is like the Heart series.
Okay.
Where he's just spitting in his voice and going at man. That's my favorite Kendrick tone, cadence. Like the Heart series for me, like the Heart Part 4 is just mad. It's actually mad. And I just love it when he's spitting like that, even though he had little voices in between. But I don't like the voice thing. Like even when Eminem did it, like I wasn't.
No, I don't like when Eminem does it though.
Yeah, that's what. So see what I'm saying now? I'm saying that you can like when certain people do it and when other people don't.
Yeah, but I think the reason why I don't like when Eminem does it is because, to be honest with you, I'll be honest with you, I don't even really like Eminem's style of rapping anyway.
But you didn't back when he was popping. You didn't.
No, not really.
Wow.
Not really. I didn't actually. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't really love. I tell you the thing that I loved about Eminem back then was his just ability to be able to go on the microphone and just freestyle.
Yeah,
I really rated that, because even when he went on Tim Westwood back in the day and like all of the other things, he was actually really, really freestyling, and he freestyles in the way that he actually raps, which is really difficult to do.
Yeah.
But I would be lying if I sat here and I told you that back then I liked Eminem's style of rap. But we're diverting anyway.
Fairs. I don't like the voice thing. I like when Kendrick spits in his own voice, and he did a bit of it in this verse, but I wasn't mad at it because ultimately there was a lot of aggression and he was direct. My thing is, right, everyone's talking about these men need to respond, and they have to respond. That's how I feel. This is where I'm standing on it.
But
I believe, and this isn't because I'm a Drake fan, like I've been wanting to see Drake and Kendrick. But right now, I'm way more interested to see how J. Cole handles this than Drake. And there's a couple reasons for that. The first reason being, and I don't want to use this phrase because it's been so used on Twitter the last few days, the phrase battle tested. So I'm going to say
battle tested.
Battle experience. Because I just don't want to use that phrase, yeah? I've seen Drake clash a couple times. I've seen him clash Meat Mill. I've seen him clash Pusha T. I know I've seen it, right? And I want to see it with Kendrick. I still want to see that. Let's make that very clear. But the way J. Cole is rapping right now, the last 18 months, the level he's at, the headspace he's in, there's no denying. I've been saying it for time. I was saying it on Double Down for time, right? For me, at this point, he's the best rapper in the world for me right now, right? And that could be a bit because Kendrick's not outside as much. Do you know what I mean? The other album dropped 2 years ago, and since then we ain't seen much. Couple Baby Keem verses here, and J. Cole has been outside. Bodied that song with Lil Yachty, The Recipe. Yeah. By the way, there's bare shots for Kendrick in that. If you don't want to go back and listen to that, there's bare for Kendrick in that. People don't know that. Bodied, bruv, that verse with Benny the Butcher last year.
Yeah, crazy.
You like Benny the Butcher, right?
Yeah, that's my guy.
He tore him up.
Yeah.
No, he tore up Benny.
did,
I
he
rate
did.
Benny.
Yeah.
Spun him. Spun
to
him.
pieces.
Benny would say that.
Yeah,
That was probably the hardest rap verse I heard last year, right? First person shooter. Spun up Drake.
Yeah,
We're talking about high level spitters that he's spinning, right?
Yeah.
So the form J. Cole is in, coupled with the fact that I've never seen him battle, coupled with the fact that you keep saying you're Muhammad Ali and you're the best rapper alive, you're saying this now like you believe it more. And the level you're spitting at leads me to believe that you should believe that more. If a man says this to you, you have to respond. As the lyrical guy, as the hip hop head, as the man that I believe. Because look at Drake, right? If Kendrick and Drake battle, what is Drake gonna say about Kendrick? How much ammo have you got on Kendrick? How much dirt have you got on him?
Let me interrupt you.
Drake, you got a whole folder.
Yeah.
Where do you want to start?
I know. But you know what? If you're really good though, you will find ways.
No, I'm not saying you won't, but I'm just saying, J. Cole, what are you really gonna say about J. Cole? He ain't got a lot of dirt. He's a very private individual. So J. Cole and Kendrick just seems very on paper, because they're both conscious rappers, because they're both lyrical rappers, they're what we consider pure hip hop. They're the same generation, similar age, used to be brethrens. To me, that is a match made in heaven. And none of them are pop stars. Drake flirts in the realm of pop a lot. And that's why I think we start comparing him to Kanye a lot, and that's why Kanye looks at him as his biggest threat. Because Drake sings just as much as he raps. Like some of my favorite Drake songs that I go back to aren't even rap songs.
Yeah,
it might be Fire and Desire.
Yeah.
It might be
slow jams.
He's got
slow
bare
jams.
R&B songs that can set the tone when you're with a ting.
Yeah.
I'm not getting that from Kendrick or J. Cole.
No.
I might get that from Kanye. Don't really make ballads, but you get what I'm saying. Kanye and Drake is more of a match-up for me. But the only problem with that is Kanye's not really a barrer and Drake gets put as a barrer. So that's why they can't even square off in that capacity. So Drake's treading in this like weird mid-ground of like pop star but rapper and gets compared to J. Cole and
I don't
Kendrick,
think that he is in a mid-ground when it comes to that, to be honest with
What
you.
do you think he's
I'm with everything that you said though.
Well, what do you think he's not in it? What do you mean? How's he not in the mid-ground? Where do you
Even
think
though he can
you think
do
he's
all
just
of-
in hip-hop?
Even though he can do all of these other things, when it comes to something like this,
Yep.
he's straight in that zone. He has the moment. He has the what is the right word to say? Like, you know, like he's had the advantage. I don't know if that's even the right word, but or maybe even just the gift of being able to be in different lanes and do them so well.
Yeah.
Naturally, even with that being said, it's like, see, like the way that you talk about Kanye maybe not necessarily being in that world where he's going to be battle tested, like he's going to jump in an arena with Drake. It's the same way I wouldn't see Drake going back and forth with an R&B singer like, I don't know, Tank or one of these guys. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just not the same. But his default to me is pen to paper. I know that somebody's going to try and say some shit about that. Pen to paper, him being on the phone, whatever, rapping his ass off. And it's like, in this situation,
Why is that if
it's
he does
unavoidable.
50-50 of each?
I don't think he does 50-50 though.
Tell me
He's
why-
50-50. He's
of R&B, of art, singing and rap, he is a 50-50 artist. How is he not?
I would disagree with that. I would say 60-40, but not 50-50.
Do you know? Okay, we're getting.
We'd have to sit down and do this
We're
another
going into
time.
semantics. My point is, right? We as the people have been screaming.
So wait, do you look at Drake as much as an R&B artist as a rapper?
Today I do.
That's great. That's
4 years ago I
interesting.
didn't, but today I do, and I'll tell you why. First of all, there's a reason we as the fans, Chuckie, have been screaming for a rap-only Drake album. Have people not been saying that?
Yeah, he's still
Have
rap.
peop-
No, but do you know? Oh wait, hold on, 1 sec. I gotta stop you.
What?
When people say that they're looking for rap only, what do you think that they're saying when they say that?
They don't want singing. They want him to just make a hip-hop album.
No, that's not necessarily what they're saying.
I thought that's
they
what
don't
they're
want
saying.
him to do the little man rap thing.
What do
That's
you
what
mean?
they're saying. You know when he taps into that thing that he does really well, where he's like, in whichever arena that he's in, he can almost. Dave does it quite well actually. Dave raps at a high ability, but when he goes to certain man, it's almost like he doesn't come down the notch. 'Cause I don't want to disrespect them, man. But it's like he just meets them at their thing and just does that.
I disagree.
I think that when people are saying that they want a rap only, yes, they might be talking a little bit about that, but they don't want the Little Man rap. That's what they're saying. Am I wrong?
No. You're opening me up to a new perspective. I just thought, and I kind of wanted this. Maybe I'm speaking from my perspective then, but maybe I assumed everyone's talking like this because this is what I want. I've always wanted a rap album from Drake.
Yeah.
12 to 15 songs, concise project of you rapping. And everyone says the closest we've ever got to that is Nothing Was the Same. They say that's like the most rapidy rap album where he's got Wu-Tang Forever on it and Pound Cake and all of these things. That's when we've got Drake closest to just rapping. And then many people consider that to be his best album, right?
Yeah.
On Scorpion, he gave us a double album. Yeah. And one was the singing song second part, and the first was the rap. He's a man that's been treading, like you said, let's go 60-40 then, of making commercial, singing, rappy pop songs.
That's still a light reach, but can go with that.
Okay, cool. And rapping, right?
Yeah.
So if you've got a man that is constantly giving you pop songs and rap songs and R&B songs and trying to just cater to everyone, like Mos Def called it, what did he call it? Target music.
Yeah.
Gets
that's
played
rude.
in Morrison's.
That's rude, by the way. I was rude. I
thought it was rude. Poet said it wasn't rude, but I thought it was rude. And he knew what he was doing. But cool. My thing is, right, if you've got a man that's dabbling in all these different realms, I don't know if you can 100% put him over there with J. Cole and Kendrick like that.
Nah, you have to.
Wait, pause. Wait, and then that leads me to my second point, because that was a long-winded first point.
Go on.
Like I said I would have 4 years ago.
Yeah.
But the last 2 years specifically, Drake has become such a pop commodity that it's almost like, I feel like Kendrick was even looking at him like, don't even compare this guy to me now. Like it's silly at this point, because I'm really standing for something over here in hip hop, and it's clear that we're on two different planes and two different ethoses, right? Whereas to me,
it's rude to say that Drake's not standing for something in some way, though.
What do you mean?
Like, if Kendrick has got that mentality of I'm standing on my principles or whatever, of course, I hear it. But
Kendrick
it's like,
said it in interviews. You can go on YouTube and see it. They've asked him on radio stations. I've watched all these little clips. Bro, Chuckie, you know I live for this shit. That he's sat on interviews, Kendrick, and when they've asked him, do you think, you and Drake, he goes, nah, because like it's not even, not verbatim, but he's literally been saying like it's just not a matchup to me. This is what he said in the past. Yeah. But then he'll do and it's a bit like, so wait, what is it?
That's why it lightly contradicts what you're saying though, because he's always been of the thought that Drake can't stand next to him. Even in Drake's full 90% rapping days. You're saying the last couple of years that he seems more 60-40. Let's go with that, yeah? Fair. If you do want to go with that, cool. But I don't think that you can, just because the last couple of years has been that, discount his career. He's been outside for 15 years.
I'm not going to discount Drake's career.
Okay, but it does sound like that a tiny bit, because you're saying, and you can clear it up a little bit, but you're just saying, well, now that he's doing other stuff and he's catering to everyone, like, of course, it makes more sense for Cole to come and step in and do it, because Drake's just kind of on other shit. And it's bro.
I'm just going by form, bro. So if I look at the form books right now, or I look at where you're trying to take your career, and I'm looking at Drake, the music you have been giving me, the albums you have been giving me, leads me to believe that hip hop is not your priority right now, and you're not really leaning into hip hop. Your mission right now, Kendrick has a mission, J. Cole has a mission, and you have a mission. And your mission right now, with doing songs with Yachty or Bad Bunny or all these things you're doing, to me says, I want to be the record breaker, I want to be a pop star, I want to compete with Michael Jackson. That's what that sounds like to me. If your mission is, I want to be the best and I'm focused on hip hop, you're saying, I want to be better than Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, Pac, and I'm not even acknowledging Michael Jackson, because rappers are not thinking about Michael Jackson. They don't get up and think I need to be better than Michael Jackson, because you're not playing in my, that means you're like he just even said it. What did he say on this? And this is the irony of it. What's that song Red Button on remember he released 4 songs on For All the Dogs, the 4 extra rapidly rap songs. Yeah. Because everyone said he's not rapping enough. Joe Budden said he's not rapping enough. Yeah. So he gave us 4 rap songs. And then on there he goes, they were like, Taylor Swift only nigga that I ever rated.
Yeah.
Like what? So if you're saying Taylor Swift's the only one you rate, that lets me know where your mind is. Your mind ain't here. Your mind is not here because J. Cole's not going to get on a song and say Taylor Swift and Beyonce and Michael Jackson's my competition, Chuckie.
Yeah, I hear you still, but
they're not going to do that. But J. Cole's over here saying I'm the best rapper. You got to
look at the context here, because some people were saying that when those 4 tunes came out, it was because people were saying at the time, me included, by the way.
That he's not
I wasn't,
enough.
yeah. And when I was saying this, because I'd been saying this for time, but I wasn't saying it as I don't fuck with Drake anymore. It wasn't like, look, and I'm going to say this again. If Drake comes out tomorrow and he does an R&B album, or he does an album of whatever it is, and I don't love it, yeah, I'm never going to diss my man. Reason being is because a large part of my life, this man has provided me with a whole load of music that I have emotional connections to. I can't be fucking mad because now he's deciding he wants to pivot and do this, that, and the fourth and whatever else. But if you ask me the question, I would say, for me as a selfish fan, I would like to see him just getting into this rapping bag or whatever. Then, so he's done these 4 songs or whatnot. They were quite low tempo and he was just rapping and whatnot. And it seemed as though, could be wrong, and I was still lightly satisfied with it anyway. It goes to show you how much I like Drake. But it was like, it seemed like he was sulking a little bit. It was like, all right, you know what, you lot fucking, this is what you want, cool. I'm just going to go in there. I'm hardly going to write anything down, and I'm just going to just do whatever the fuck I want to do in there. Which is a dangerous thing to do when you're standing next to Cole as well. Because I don't think Cole is going to be having that same mentality in any way, shape or form.
But the thing is, I think no one, so on First Person Shooter, Drake got washed, right?
Yeah.
On the other song they had, the 4 songs, Evil Ways,
yeah,
Drake didn't get washed.
No, he didn't. But
I thought it was 50-50.
Yeah.
It was 50-50.
I agree with you.
They stayed on the same rhyme scheme, Evil Ways, Cedar Grace.
Yeah, I love that.
The whole song. I like the fact that they stuck on that for the whole song, that scheme. But the interesting thing about that song as well is people are ignoring... I think Cole
edged that, by the way.
I don't.
Okay, right.
I think Drake edged it, personally. But it's very tight. My thing is, J. Cole had bars for Kendrick in Evil Ways. And it's not bars, direct bars. He said, up in arenas where they see their faves. So he said, me and Drake are your faves.
Yeah.
We the wave.
Right.
Kendrick, you're not one of the faves. You're not the wave. When you say, me and Drizzy, this shit is big as the Super Bowl, how many teams can get to the Super Bowl, Chuckie? Who gets to the Super Bowl? The 2 best teams, right?
Of course.
There's no 3 teams in the Super Bowl.
No.
So, them man have been actively excluding Kendrick. For years, we've said, J. Cole, you're number 3. It's these man that have been battling. The last 2 years, J. Cole sat back and he's thought, I'm tired of this now. I'm tired of people saying I'm third best. No, fuck this, I'm best. So he's been coming with that energy, right?
I don't think that was his standpoint, though. I don't think Kendrick's is that, like, he's getting upset because their man are just discounting him.
100%
I think there's an element of it. No, I just think he doesn't... I think that I think it's all in the pot together. It's all these different sneak disses. There's all kinds of shit that these men are saying, adding to the fact that these men are not... You're not rating my thing. I don't think
all of that.
Yeah.
All of that. But it's like... I think Kendrick in his mind is thinking... Hold on, if me and Drake's always been my biggest adversary on paper, Ronaldo and Messi, like, you know, the people that are at the top always get compared, right? And then now, the last 2 years, J. Cole's been going mad, and you've even got people like Joe Budden and their podcast basically saying J. Cole's number 1 now.
Yeah.
You as Kendrick, you're thinking, hold on.
Yeah, what, you trying to put me as third?
My man that was bronze, you're trying to give him gold now. And so where am I then? So you're saying I'm third now. If I'm Kendrick, I'm thinking, nah, I gotta squash this now.
100%.
Show you lot, that's just not what it is.
100%.
You lot are clicking up. You're, because he said that in the song.
Yeah,
he goes, what'd he say?
Yeah.
They're clicking up, can't be legit, no 40 water or some shit like wordplay, cool. So he said, man, they're clicking up, which they are. You're going on tour together. You're giving each other flowers. You're doing all of this. You're doing first person shooter, going number 1 and trying to edge me out and push me to third now. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
That is what they're doing. But Kendrick, you have to take some responsibility for that. And what I mean by that is, if you pop out once every 5 years and in between give me, because you said this about J Hus, if you pop out once every 5, and even J Hus didn't go 5 years.
No.
Once every 5 years with a project and in between give me like 6 features, you are not active enough. I don't care how good you are. I don't care how good your projects are. You can't be then edged above man that are outside consistently and delivering high quality of songs or verses. That's just not fair.
No, it's not. But
that's not fair.
But I do think that this part of it that we're talking about is a small part of a bigger picture.
And what's the bigger picture?
God, I don't know.
Let me ask you something. Out of those three,
They know.
Out of those three, from
Cole's
when they came
number one.
out till now, no. Let me ask you this.
So there's not even a question about that.
From when they came out till now, so since you've known all of them the last 12,
Drake.
13 years,
Sorry.
who is your favourite artist out
Drake.
of those three? Drake's my favourite artist out of those. Why is Drake your favourite artist?
Oh, for so many different reasons. Rapping, music, hits, the beats that he picks. There's all kinds of stuff.
All right, let me ask you something. If him, and this is all hypothetical, if he came out and gave us the exact same amount as Kendrick, so popped out as Kendrick did, an album every 5 years and stuff, you might be sitting here saying Kendrick's your favourite.
Oh, 100% I would be.
So that's why it's Kendrick. Sorry, bro. If you are not active enough and you're not putting it out, I don't care how many classics people say you have. You've got to be out here, because the reason Drake's my favourite is because he's soundtracked a lot of my life over the last 10 years.
Exactly.
Whether that's I'm going to the club or on holiday, in my car. He's so present, not just with his work, but on other people's work, popping out, delivering high quality verses or features that I have to give it to him.
No, I hear you.
Do
But
you get
again,
what I'm saying?
I think that part there, just this bit, is the smaller part of the bigger picture. Like, yes, it adds to it. Yes, it's part of that. Right, them man are talking as if I'm not a guy. But
they
I
know
think
he's
there's
a
a
guy.
lot more. I think there's so much more to it. And you've kind of tapped into quite a lot of it, to be fair. But, okay, cool. Let me go to our next element. All right. I need to go back to the Drake and the Kendrick thing. Yeah. I hear you on the Cole stuff, and I'm like, I've got no rebuttals.
Why are we putting that to the side,
I've
though?
got no rebuttals for that whatsoever.
Why are we putting Cole to the side, though? Are you not interested in that?
No, I am. But okay, I'll break it down to you like this, yeah? This is the simplest way that I could put it. Logically, I think that you're right. Okay. Logically, I think you're 100% right. Emotionally, I think that is, I wouldn't stand with that. Emotionally, I want to see Kendrick and Drake. Fuck the logic. Fuck this, that he's been doing X, Y, and Z, and my man ain't been outside for 5 years. And this. Emotionally, he's talking about me. I'm coming outside. Emotionally, that's what I want. And so I think it's about time. There's been all these disses between each other. Everyone's having to fucking do YouTube videos and decipher all these cryptic this, that, and the fourth and whatnot. My man stepped outside again, because he did it before on Control and whatever else. Yeah, maybe not so direct. There's
He
just
grouped
little
all of
light
them
one. But it's just
together.
all of it in a thing. It's like now I want Drake to be on that thing of, you know what? Fuck my man. Like, I'm not like, bro, I need to go in the studio and go and do what I need to do. It has to be a 3 for 3. Put me in an army outfit or whatnot. I'm gonna go and do my thing.
Let me ask you a question, and I'm with you now.
And not Drake, Cole, stand back quickly though. Like, you can have him. You can definitely have a turn. But let me just deal with this, bro.
Pause.
Because I can't, why for that? But let me just, you get what I'm saying?
You can have a turn.
Huh?
You can have him, you can have a turn.
Yeah, you can have.
You get your turn, let me go first.
But I do think that, like, emotionally, that's just what I want to see.
I'm with you. And the reason I'm thinking about it while you're saying it, I'm with you, is because the reality is Kendrick and J. Cole do not hate each other.
No.
Or there's not a real dislike as
Right.
as people. I believe Drake and Kendrick do not like each other.
And this has been going on for years.
Yes.
So that's why it's like now, obviously, Cole, like, it would be easy for him to go and just do what he needs to do. It would be easy for him to do that. But right now, this is a lot more emotionally charged because it's been going on for such a long time. So you know what? Let's not deprive yourselves and also the fans of what we feel like we need to see right now.
All right, can I ask you something? And a lot of people ain't going to like this because it's hip hop and it's culture and it's not about sales and stuff like that, which it isn't, because I'm a rap man. It's not. But from their perspectives, right? This is a bit, unfortunately, as people won't want to admit it, but it's a bit like Pacquiao Mayweather, right? And what I mean by that is we wanted Pacquiao Mayweather in 06, 07 when they were in their prime.
Wait, who's Pacquiao?
The boxer, Manny
No.
Pacquiao.
I know who that is.
Filipino boxer.
Who's Pacquiao in this context that you're talking about?
Oh, I don't do that. I don't.
No. You have to, because you just started. Who's Mayweather?
Kendrick's Pacquiao. And Drake's Mayweather.
No.
So let me. Why? Why are you not saying no? Can I say something? Can I say something?
You know what? You're gonna formulate an argument right now that you didn't even think. You didn't believe it, but go and do it. Go
No,
look at him.
I do believe
He's
it.
thinking about it right now.
You're
And
not
he's
even
got it.
you're not
He's
even
got
letting
it
me
now.
speak.
He's got
You're
it.
not letting me speak.
Go on then.
What you man are doing right now is disrespecting Pacquiao. And what I mean by that is, in 07, when they wanted Pacquiao
I
Mayweather...
like what he's doing there now.
No, this is what I meant to begin with. When Pacquiao Mayweather was supposed to fight originally, there were a lot of people out there, maybe not the black community, because we're going to defend our own. Like, Mayweather's a black athlete, one of the best ever. But there were a lot of people out there that actually thought Pacquiao was one of the only people that could beat
100%.
Mayweather in their prime.
100%.
This is a fact, right?
That's factual.
By the time they fought each other, none of them were in their prime. And then when one of them lost, it was like, okay. What I mean is, Drake and Kendrick
Mayweather
now.
was a lot more in his prime than Pacquiao. Though.
Yeah, but he was still at the tail end of his career. Like, it
But
wasn't prime Mayweather.
He still hadn't had a loss, and he was still like considered the number one.
He was always the number one. But my thing is, still, they weren't in their peak form. They weren't in their peak condition. It was just a bit like, you know what I mean? Like,
I get your point.
You lot at the tail end of your career now.
I get your point.
Kendrick and Drake, you lot have been doing this for over a decade, right? There was a time when I think Control came out, 2014, so 10 years ago, right? There was a time around 2015 when To Pimp a Butterfly came out and Drake was doing If You're Reading This Too Late, when we could pretty much say they were at the peak pinnacle of them, right? We wanted it then and it never happened. Cool. You man are approaching 40 now, right? You're 37 each. 40's on the horizon now, right? You're richer than we can imagine, right? Like, the hunger's it's just not going to be the same as it was back then. And back then, if they battled back then and one of them lost, that changes the trajectory of your career back then, right?
100.
Today, if one of them lose this battle, it's like, it's not doing anything. You're cemented. It's not doing anything at this point. It's not, it just goes on your CV like
It's a stain. It's a stain.
Yeah, but like what Drake has with Pusha T.
Yeah, it's a stain.
Pusha T beat Drake. It's a stain on his CV, but it didn't dent his musical or legacy or anything. We still look at Drake, especially for his generation, as one of the GOATs.
Can I be honest with you? I don't think...
To me, it's the same thing now. If Kendrick loses, Drake loses, whatever, we go, oh, and then we're like, well, we go back to listen to their music. The stakes aren't as high.
Here where I disagree. Drake is so good at making sonics, essentially, that even though, if he did lose at that time, the way that he's set up, the way that his vision is, I don't think that it stops him from going where he needs to go. I think it may stop Kendrick though. I think it may stop Kendrick.
So the stakes are higher for Kendrick?
Yes, because of the type of rapper that he is, I think.
100% they're higher for Kendrick. 100%, because for years in the hip hop community, everyone said Drake had to battle even being considered a real rapper because he's like this singing guy who came from Canadian television, right? So he had to get accepted by hip hop anyway. And he got accepted because Lil Wayne co-signed him and Birdman co-signed him. So now we don't look at you as Will Smith, the TV guy that's a rapper, right?
Yeah.
And you were nice on the mic.
Yeah.
So that helped. Cool. Even though a lot of people view him as corny, you get busy. So you've got that pass. You was bodying everything. All the features you jumped on, you were getting features with Jay-Z and holding your own with Jay-Z. Jay-Z, he don't do features with anyone. And two, most of the time, he just spins people up. And every time Drake got next to him, we never walked away saying Drake got spun up. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, of course.
So my point is this, yeah? Kendrick, you're the rapper. In the hip-hop community, everyone don't rate you, Drake, because you're the singing guy. Oh, you're not even a real... I see the comments all the time. He's not a real rapper. He can't be considered... So, Kendrick, if you lose to this man, your legacy is in trouble now.
It's crazy.
Because you are the one that's being told. We've already seen Drake lose.
Yeah.
We've seen my man lose already to Pusha T. So if he loses again, it's just like the Kendrick fans get the W. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, we can put that to bed. But Drake still goes on and just does what Drake does. Make pop songs.
But if Kendrick loses, it's a catastrophe.
His legacy is so tainted, bro.
Yeah.
It's so tainted.
Because he's not outside so much. Obviously, there's a debate about his later stages of music and that
so
as
it
well.
goes back, like I said.
And then on top of that, if he loses, then it is bonkers still.
So that's why it goes back to J. Cole and Kendrick.
Nah, man.
Because the stakes are even with J. Cole and Kendrick.
Dead,
if one of you lose, get out of here. Just go to the side now. Just sit over there.
Do you know what? I think the way that this thing is set up, even for them two, is that they both just crack on again, man.
So we're talking about two men that have never actually really engaged in a full.
Why are you giving Drake such a blight with this?
Yeah, for real.
That is nuts.
I'm not. But I already see. This is your choosing to listen to what you want to listen to. I said I want Drake to respond, and I want to see Drake and Kendrick. I want to see that, but because Drake's already lost, to me, it's like.
This is a whole different thing, my bro.
Why is it a whole different thing?
Because
if you lost to Pusha T and Pusha T's not even as good as Kendrick, why would I like? What are we talking about here?
No, but you know what it is?
Is Pusha T as good as Kendrick at rapping?
No, he's not.
So you've lost to the man that isn't as good as Kendrick. But in boxing, that never flies, bro. So you lose. So that's like me saying, like, you lose to Ruiz, yeah?
Yeah.
And then now, if Annie Joshua loses to Ruiz, and shout out AJ, that's my guy, yeah? You lose to Ruiz. If you go and fight Tyson Fury now and lose, we go, yeah, finally we've seen it happen, but we've seen it, you lose before.
Let me land, bro. Even though Kendrick is better than Pusha, this is really about info. If, for example, I don't know, we don't know what Drake knows and what he doesn't know, but if he has some type of info, and he delivers it in a certain way, then it becomes a whole next thing.
How are you gonna have info on a man that isn't outside?
Because you never know, bro. You can't tell me. Let me tell you something, bro. There's always one person who is side-eyeing your thing, regardless of whether you're outside or not. Mitch, there's somebody right now, maybe not your brethren, but somebody in and around you who's side-eyeing you. I'm telling you, because you're doing this, that, and the fourth and whatever else, yeah? So you be careful about the information you're giving somebody, because you might personally have or share a certain thing with somebody. Next minute now, that just goes out because you got somebody that's side-eyeing. Boom, that's in the bank. That is a possibility. I don't think that it is going to happen, but you just never know in this thing. If he has some type of info and he is able to deliver that in a certain type of way, Kendrick is out of here. No, he's not out of here. No, he's out of here.
But it's not always about info, though. It's not always about info, because
of course it's not always.
Jay-Z tried the info thing, and that didn't work.
Bro, I'm not saying that is just the key.
Jay-Z said, "I beat your baby mum," and that was supposed to be the killer blow. Like, if someone beats your baby mum, that's supposed to be it. But if you can just...
Mitch, I'm not saying that is just the key, but I'm saying it's one of them. And if it is that, and he's delivering it a certain way, do you know what the difference is with that as well? Yeah, is that at that time, I'm not to say that this would have worked out different with the Jay and Nas thing, but remember, social media wasn't a part of that back then. If social media was a part of that back then, there would have been all kinds of memes going around with the fucking baby seat, condom, all kinds. Like, that might have been floating around for ages and everyone would have been talking about it, and it could have skewed people's opinions on how they ended up seeing that completely. Now that social media is an element of that, it's like... And there's also so many podcasts and so many people are talking and people have got platforms and whatnot. The info then becomes a talking topic.
Okay, I'll take that.
But I'm saying, though, it's just one component of a few things that he can use potentially to get at my man.
No, of course, 100%. We know that's what people use in beef. But my thing is, you're dismissing what I'm saying, right? Which is, to me, I want to see Drake and Kendrick. I'm not saying I don't. Who doesn't want to see that? I love rap beef. I love hip hop. It's exciting, especially where rap is right now. Rap's in a really bad place right now. In the UK and in America. It's probably at the lowest it's been in a long time. So this makes it exciting again. This gets back to the art of it, right? Cool, I'm happy for that. My problem is, it is just a bit stale. When you, man, really was supposed to go at it, right? When you were in your prime and it felt fresh and new, we were excited. I remember that feeling when I was in my early 20s. It was like an exciting thing, right? That moment has kind of passed a bit. Like, if we're being honest, it's kind of passed a bit. That's the first thing. Second of all, the reason I'm only saying J. Cole, I'm more interested to see that. I'm not saying I'm not interested to see Drake and Kendrick. The reason I'm saying I'm more interested to see J. Cole and Kendrick, not just because I feel like it's more of a even match on paper, because we've got a man in J. Cole that is actually in his prime. Does that make sense what I'm saying here? He's actually in his prime. I want to see you battle in your prime. To me, Drake's not in his prime. So
you want to see
Drake's a bit tired. Rapping wise, like, there's not high effort from Drake for me right now, and I'm talking about his projects and the way he's rapping.
So you want him to battle Don as well? Who's you're saying? Because are you saying that Kendrick's not in his as well? Because you're saying that, like,
I think right now, from what I'm seeing from that verse that Kendrick just dropped and the last couple verses he's given us, right? So there was, what was the one on Baby Keem, Family Ties and that, right? Yeah. to me right now, and this might be being a bit disrespectful to Drake, which Drake's one of my favorite artists, so
Yeah.
I just think Kendrick is still lyrically sharper than Drake.
So you're putting Drake in your third now. He's third to you.
Nah, Drake's the GOAT, man.
So he's number one now.
We're talking about rapping. What are we talking about here? Artists or rapping?
So I'm
What
just
we
trying to
talk-
spin it.
What? No. What are we talking about? Who is the best rapper right now?
Yeah, who's the best
best
rapper
rapper right now is J. Cole.
Who's third?
Who's second right now?
Who's third? Don't tell me about who's second. Who's third?
Yeah, it's Kendrick, man. Right now it is.
So then,
It is,
so you
bro.
want?
It is,
okay,
bro.
So wait, so
He
where he's
ain't-
going.
what is he?
See where he's
What have we
going.
got to go by?
Here's where he's going, right?
What have we got to go by, Chuckie?
Wait, Mitch.
There's not much to go by from Kendrick.
You hit me with the spiel about them being they're not in their prime, this, that, and the fourth, and you want like a highly skilled
Yeah, but
J.
Drake
Cole
and J. Cole
right
are rapping
now.
against each other.
Huh?
We can't make the two that are 1 and 2 go against each other because they're friends, right? They're not beefing. So unfortunately, that can't happen. I wouldn't mind seeing that as well. But none of them they're rolling with each other right now. I wouldn't mind if J. Cole went out. Look, if this, wait, listen to what I'm saying, because why you hold the head? If first person shooter never happened, right, and J. Cole's just doing his own thing and Drake was doing his own thing, right, a year ago, I wouldn't mind if J. Cole just shot at Drake or vice versa. I would have loved to have seen them two go at it. I wouldn't mind that. But the cards have been played right now, and them man are pally right now. They're rolling together, and Kendrick don't like it. And Kendrick's just said, fuck you, man. There's no big three.
Yeah.
J.
It's
Cole,
just big
you've
thing.
said we're the big three like we started the league, but right now I feel like Muhammad Ali. And
Yeah.
Kendrick's heard that and said,
Nah,
bro,
I'm not having that.
get the fuck
I'm not
out of
having
here. And to a point, I think he's even said it like, I honestly believe Kendrick said in his mind, even though Drake's the pop star, bro, I don't even consider, you're not the guy.
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
verse tells me that because it's mostly at
Nickelback.
Drake. So Kendrick can say what he wants about Drake, but you do see him as competition and as a rival because the verse was mainly at Drake.
And that's another
But he's
reason.
addressed it
And
because
that's
J. Cole,
another
you're being
reason why.
cheeky.
That's another reason why Drake could not even, in my mind, afford to even have that mentality of I'm just doing some other shit right now
Alright.
and whatnot, bro. Like,
Can I ask you a
go
question?
outside.
Can I ask you a question?
Go on.
Like I said, this isn't proactive from Kendrick Lamar like everyone's saying. This
No.
is reactive.
Yeah.
Because they've been sending
I
this.
agree.
I just gave you bars from that unreleased song At the Gates where
I
he's
agree.
talking to Kendrick Lamar. J. Cole on First Person Shooter said, well, if everyone steppers, then everyone breakfast, and I'm about
Yeah.
to clear up my plate.
Yeah.
Mr. Morale and the big steppers, right? These men don't pick words for no reason. So man are taking shots. So Kendrick has reacted. Why does Drake or J. Cole, just hypothetical, like I'm just asking, devil's advocate or angel's advocate as you like to say,
Ego.
why do they have to now dedicate, wait, let me just, like, why do they have to dedicate a diss track? Why didn't Kendrick dedicate a diss track to them and jump out the gate first round one?
Do you know
Why?
what? I don't know. That's a good point. Or maybe he should
Because
have done
the narrative online now is that because they've sent subliminals, he's sent now shots that are more direct, but not a diss track. Remember, it's a feature. It's a, what is it, a 16 bar, 8 bar?
Yeah. It's 32,
Was it
isn't
16?
it?
No, 32. Is it 32?
I think it's a 32.
All right, let's say 32. He's giving you a 32. Why didn't Kendrick have to jump out with the diss track and set round one ablaze?
16. Sorry.
Why didn't he do that?
Bro,
Because everyone's saying the onus is on them man now to go duppy rhythm or
Yeah.
E4
Yeah.
or do you get what I'm saying? Or set the tone. Why?
just say-
Why?
can I
Because if
just
they
say-
come back and do what he did now, they go, oh well, you're ducking the.
Nah. If Drake comes out and does kind of what Kendrick did and was a lot more direct, I don't think people will. I think what people will start doing is if they keep doing that, then people will start moaning.
So the
about
bars
it.
I said to you weren't that direct.
Nah, but you know what it
Fate
was,
won't
yeah?
is fate deep. Now you got to take a back seat. They're not direct.
They are direct, but hear what I'm saying,
I
bro.
don't know what that is then.
But hear what I'm saying, bro. You got to understand it from this perspective. It's direct to these man in their minds, but
to
it's still
casual,
it's
to
still
casual.
quite cryptic.
This
It's
makes
still
it
quite
clear to everyone.
This one here made it clear to everybody.
So you're saying
so
if he
this
jumps on
time,
a feature and does
if
what
he-
Kendrick did at this level,
then that's a send back
then
direct.
Twitter is not going to accept that now.
I
In
think
people's mind right now,
But
it is
Mitch-
J. Cole Drake, go in the booth and give us hit 'em up.
Yeah.
Give us E4. That's what we want, or you've ducked the smoke. That's the narrative now. But this is what I'm saying. Well, let me just say something. This shit is so chess because the reality is,
Yeah.
in my mind, if I'm Kendrick and I do that, and you do that, I have something. That's why I've done that.
Yeah.
And do you know how you know that? History is always our greatest teacher, bro.
Of course.
Pusha T did it.
Yeah.
Pusha T gives us infrared,
Yeah.
direct, nasty, whatever.
Yeah.
Drake gives us duppy, and then you get stereo added on,
Yeah.
and your head comes off.
Yeah.
So if you're Drake and you've just had your head taken off in 2018, 6 years ago, you're in your mind, you're thinking, I have to think about this. If I jump out the gate and set it alight because you're coming how you've come, you could have the ace up the sleeve right now, ready to go for my head top. So this is very. You have to think about these plays.
Doesn't that make Kendrick higher?
What do you mean?
No, I don't even want to go back to that.
What do you mean higher?
I don't want to go back to that.
Me and Chuckie really accepted that Drake's number one.
Drake is number one. Yeah, Drake's my guy. Kendrick's my don as well. And so is
No,
Cole,
stop, bro. Stop. You heard what Metro said. You heard what Metro said. Pick a side, bro. But I'm chatting shit anyway because I said I'm not picking a side. And the only reason I'm not picking a side in this is because there is no way I'm going against Future. That is my guy. This is just not happening. That's not happening. Future's my guy. So as long as Future's in this, I'm not picking a side. If it's Drake and Kendrick, sorry. Yeah, I'm light skinned. You're not going to make the jokes. I'm over here with Drake. Like, that's just what's happening. I know people like to make it the dark skin, light skin thing and all. I've seen all the jokes, bro. That's another reason why people like Kanye and not Drake. Like, people choose their sides and it's fine. Like, I'm cool with all of that, right? But my thing is, I'm just going by who I've listened to the most. Because, Chuckie, every year I see it. I've got brethrens. I don't listen to Drake, whatever. But their top 5 artists of the year on Spotify comes out in December and Drake's number 2.
Yeah. And then
I'm like, hold on.
Yeah.
Where's Kendrick? Right. Oh, yeah, he hasn't put music out for a long time.
Yeah.
Why ain't I seeing Kendrick in your top 5s, bro? Everyone says that's their artist, but then they diss certain artists, but then I see them in your Spotify most listened to in the year. Chuckie, the math isn't mathing.
No, I hear it.
Mathing, whatever it is. You're going like mathing's a real word anyway. Could be mathing, it could be anything. My point is, behind closed doors, a lot of 6 God worshipping, Chuckie.
No, I hear it. Anyway, Nipsey Hussle's my overall G. I'll tell you that now.
Oh, I love Nipsey.
Come on, man.
I love Nipsey. Guy. But he can't chat to them, man. I'm sorry.
No,
Rest in peace,
Nipsey's my
Nipsey,
don. Don't disrespect Nipsey. He's better than Future.
Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole. He can't. He's better than who?
Future. I'm putting Nipsey over
What?
Future. Yeah, 100 million.
What?
Yeah, for me. I don't listen to Future more than I listen to Nipsey. This is you crazy. There's no way.
You know, like, all right, because this is gonna sound like I know we're going on a quick dive, and I know we're stopped time, but listen,
you can do
Nipsey
that,
is my guy,
but
right? Crenshaw, Mailbox Money. I've listened to these projects. Victory Lap. What a way to build to that. Nipsey is my guy. We know you're gonna say Nipsey's your guy. You're East African, but my thing is, no, because he's one of the. He's like, if you're East African, I'm gonna hold him up in high regard. That's one of our guys. Nipsey's one of my guys. But for you lot to say he's better than Future is just disrespectful. I'm sorry. Because Future's catalogue.
I'll just disrespect, man, then.
Nipsey doesn't have a Dirty Sprite 2. Nipsey don't have a Dirty Sprite 2, bro. You're going to make me speak about the dead like this, bro. God rest his soul.
I will just disrespect, man, then. Because, like, I'm not saying Future's not the don.
Nipsey don't have one song better than March Madness.
Bro.
He don't.
Bro.
He don't. Do you want to do it? Do you want to...
March Madness is the one still. I can't.
Tell me one Nipsey song that is better than March Madness.
I can't.
No,
I
bro.
can't.
And I'm a Nipsey fan. I know Nipsey's catalogue back to front.
But hear what I'm saying, yeah? Like, overall, Nipsey to me is better than Future, for me.
But you're saying that because he's
you-
got
you-
more
you've
depth.
thrown-
He teaches you things. He has a bigger meaning in his music.
You're just giving me the reasons for why.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why you would
exactly.
say
So we can't weaponize those things. For me, that's what
No, I
it
wasn't
is.
weaponizing it.
Oh, no, you're saying it to me like you're weaponizing it. So hear what I'm saying, yeah? But, nah, it's not. It's not.
Face the wall.
It's not, man. It's not, bro. It's not. I will give Mark. That's a win, 100%. March Madness
Most
is a
artists
fucking.
don't have a better song than
exactly,
March Madness.
but that's one song, and that's not to say. Wait. That's not to say that
My
Future
Savages.
don't. That's not to say that Future don't have other songs that I like. Of course I do. But for me, Nipsey is better than him. Anyway, look, there's too much time going on in this.
No, I need one
Let's
more
stay
point.
here. Nah, enough.
Ah.
Because we ain't even. You got to leave and I got to leave.
No, I'm good
So
now.
just
I don't
recently-
actually have to. So whenever you have to leave, but
Yeah, I have to go. So just recently, Bugzy had a Daily Duppy, right? And before the Daily Duppy came out, Bugzy said on his gram, "Oh, it's getting too friendly out here. I'm gonna shake shit up. I'm gonna boom, 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 boom." And he seemed like he had some intentions on Saturn, but I just took it as some rapper stuff.
when did he say that?
He said that just
I
before it
missed
came
this.
out.
I missed this.
Yeah, it came out. He said it just before. He was sitting in his car and he was just like, yeah, it's nearly 7 o'clock. At
Well, like
7
on his
o'clock,
live on his story or something.
Yeah, it was just on his story.
Okay.
It was just like, yeah, it's flipping. It's nearly 7 o'clock. My daily duppy's about to come out or whatever. It's a bit too friendly out here. I'm about to shake shit up. He was just doing all of that stuff. But to be honest with you, when I saw him doing that in the car, it wasn't like any different to what I've seen other people do at certain points.
Yeah.
And then this thing came out and people started to look at whether Bugzy was dissing Stormzy. What was the bar? The bar was something about there's a storm coming, and then he goes to something about, I can't believe you thought that was your girl.
Yeah, I heard it.
She's outside or something or the whatever. And when I saw that or heard it, personally, I thought, I don't know if that is a diss, because I was like, if he's doing that, we've known Bugzy to be very direct before in the past.
Yes.
Yeah. And to spend more time than just 4 bars saying something about somebody. Usually, not to say that he's done it bare times, but he's not scared to go and say and make a whole thing, really. He's not scared to do that. But
The Sun newspapers posted it.
did they?
Title. Someone just sent it to me. Storm incoming. Bugzy Malone takes vicious swipe at Maya and reignites bitter feud
Put that
with
on the
Stormzy. And on the blog, they've shown Chipmunks Chip has put popcorn emoji.
Oh, really?
This is what it just says on UK Gossip.
Okay.
Someone's just sent that to me.
So the reason why I initially I didn't really take it as a diss because I was thinking, well, maybe I'm being a little bit too literal here, but like Maya's not known for being outside.
Maya is not outside.
There you go. So like when he said in the bar, I can't believe you thought that was your girl, like in alluding to the fact that your missus is doing X, Y, and Z and whatever, I just completely just dismissed that. I thought maybe it's just a play on words or whatnot. Because surely he's not speaking about my man's missus who everyone knows to not be outside. Like, it just wouldn't make any sense to me.
Play the song again. I want to be very clear. It's not the song, just those bars. There's a clip online somewhere. Can you find it? Because I want to be very clear about what he said, and I don't want to. Do you get what I'm saying? We need to be very clear about what he said, because I don't even think he was necessarily saying that as well.
You don't think he was saying that?
No. I need to hear it.
I can't lie, my dark side, I've been thinking chin him on the red carpet, my guy. There's a storm incoming, let me drop here to third. Still can't believe that he thinks it's his bird. If she flew the nest and settled with another pigeon, give her back to the street, she's built for the curve.
That was it there. Wait, let me go back.
So he didn't say that
didn't
she's
say
for the streets. He said if
I'm
she...
chin him on the red carpet, my guy. There's a storm incoming, let me drop here to third. Still can't believe that he thinks it's his bird. If she flew the nest and settled with another pigeon, give her back to the street, she's built for the curve. I got the...
Oh, so she... Even that to me still doesn't make any
Go on,
sense.
say what you think.
So he's saying, all right, you two were together, whatever. That didn't work out. She went with the next one. That didn't work out, and now you've taken her back. But I don't want to go into a man's business and whatnot, but there was a reason for why that thing broke up, and it wasn't her. And it's documented. We all know that, right? So I just think that even hearing it now, maybe I heard it wrong at the first time, but even hearing it now, it's like, there's a part of me that still wants to give Bugzy a little bit more credit in the fact that surely he's smarter than that if he's going to go and say something about Storms and his missus. Or am I being naive?
Let's pause. When did this come out? How long ago?
By the way, this comes out on Sunday. So if we...
How many... From
Well,
when
not
we're
Sunday,
recording
shit, this
this
comes out on
now,
Wednesday.
on a Monday, how many days ago has it been out?
If Thursday, so it was just a few days.
3 days, right? It's 4 days.
Yeah, 4 days.
Has he come out and cleared it up?
No.
Okay, so if you haven't come out and cleared it up, then to me, if everyone's running with this narrative, it's in newspapers, blogs are posting it, people are saying it on Twitter, and you haven't cleared it up, then that means to me you were going with that thing, right?
That's what I said about
that's how I feel about it. Now, let me say something as well. Even if you didn't mean it like that, right? As a rapper, if you're writing it and you feel like it could be interpreted like that and you don't take it out, you're giving me license now to feel a way about it.
Yeah.
Because you know the power of words. You're a rapper. So if I am Stormzy and I hear that, whether you meant it or not, the fact that you've put that out there and everyone can interpret it in that way, and you must know, you're not stupid, that can be interpreted in that way, and you decided to leave it in, there's a reason for that. right? That's how I see it. Because I'm someone.
By the way, this is exactly what I said when the Chip and Stormzy thing was happening, by the way. Because I was like, if he hasn't come and cleared this up, I don't want to divert too much, but if he hasn't come and cleared this up and that hasn't been a thing, then ultimately, then you're giving somebody a reason to feel some type of way about it. Then it ends up being what we ended up seeing it being. So
this is for me talking about this is very difficult because Maya Jama is one of my closest people.
Yeah.
Like one of my closest people. Like locked in close. So hearing someone talk about if he's got beef with Stormzy and he wants to do it, that's fine. But hearing him talk about someone that's really close to me in that way, I can't really sit here and dissect this music like that in that way. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's like, to me, that's disrespectful. Like, it's Maya. Maya's not outside like that. Maya's not like to bring... I don't like it when people bring people's girls or family members into beef anyway. Like, if we got a problem, go at that. Some people will say, well, it's hip hop. That's what happened with Pusha T. Where Pusha T brought 40 being sick and man's mum and baby mum and child. Some people are like, well, it's hip hop, and it's fair enough. But I'm saying it as someone that knows Maya. I'm cool with Stormzy, but as someone that is my people, I don't really want to hear things like that about Maya. Do you get what I'm saying? Because to me, one, it's untrue. But two, it's like, what's the point of that? And I don't really know Bugzy like that. I think I respect Bugzy as a musician. I respect him as an entrepreneur. I think he's killed it. I see the clip the other day of him in his yard, showing his yard around. I was like, bro, this guy's
he's
done his thing. I see him in a Guy Ritchie film. Rate it. Like, I respect what he's done. But to me, as someone that's like really close to Maya, if that is at her, and he hasn't denounced it yet, to me, I just think it's disrespectful. I think it's very disrespectful. And I don't, there's many ways you could decide to go at Stormzy without including her or being salacious. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't see it. Unless you've got personal beef with her and there's something we don't know about, or I don't see why you would rope her into that. Do you get what I'm saying? That's how I look at it.
Yeah, but even
he
then,
might not even be talking about her. I don't know.
Exactly, speculation.
It's all speculation.
Speculation. But even if he had some beef with her, then I would have thought that Bugzy, if he was going to do that, he would just not do it in that way. Where it's weird to me, is that if it is about them, I'm not too mad about or precious about people saying stuff in bars and just, you know what I mean, if they want to talk about this person, that person, whatever, like, I'm not too precious about elements of that, yeah? But where I just thought it was weird, if it is about Maya and Storms, is that this is a small segment in a 4-minute, 48-minute barring session, yeah? And so if you're going to draw somebody to come outside, in those 4 bars, it's weak to just use that as my man's girl. Do you get what I'm saying? If you're going to use just 4 bars to get at my man, there's so many different things that you could say. And because I know that he's so good at being direct, if it is about that, that's why to me it seems weak. However, I still don't know, because I'm like, there's still a part of me, and I know that maybe I'm being a bit naive here. There's a part of me that's like, I just feel like Bugzy has shown me that he's way too good and too smart to come to try and draw somebody outside in this angle. That's why I'm still leaning to the fact that surely it can't.
Okay, but do you know why it is? All right, let me tell you what I know about Bugzy from looking at Bugzy the outside in. I don't know him. Like I said, I watched his house tour with Shayborough, and there was a part where he's outside and he's looking at a statue, right? And I think it's like a medieval type statue. I could be wrong, but from what I remember, right? And he goes into this story about how, like, because he calls himself the King of the North.
Yeah.
And he goes on about this thing of like the art of war. He's one of them guys that reads these books and all of this, like, very tactical person.
Yeah.
And he talks about how in the medieval days, if you wanted to be a king, you had to behead a king. So a king and a king would go and you behead a king. So in our scene, right, some might say Dave's the king. Some might say Stormzy's the king.
Stormzy's the one who's outrightly said that he is.
Stormzy has said Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Yeah.
Stormzy is floating in that point. He's done probably achieved the most in this country in terms of headlining Glastonbury, album sales, things of that nature, right? I don't know all the stats and stuff.
Can I add something else to that as well? Even though this doesn't really matter, I think it does add to it. His stature.
Who's Stormzy?
Stormzy's. He's very tall and he does have a a really strong presence, adding to the fact that he's done all of that. Do you get what I'm saying?
There you go. Yeah. So if I'm Bugzy Malone and I study the art of war and I'm watching him talk about these things in this way and he wants to be number one, then this is his laying the gauntlet down to behead the king in his eyes. This is how I'm taking it. I could be completely wrong. This is just me going off his words and what's going on. He sees himself as a king. He calls himself the king of North. He, like I said, he spoke about the statue and gave this whole backstory on it. And then I didn't even know this information that you've just given us at this beginning of this conversation, that he went on his story and said, I'm going to shake things up.
Too friendly.
So to me, this is what it is now then. You've laid the gauntlet down and you've used this as your angle. You're asking why he's used this angle. Now, the reason you're questioning why he's used this angle and why I would question it as well is because we don't mind. I can't speak for you. I'm going to speak for myself. If I'm in love with a girl and we were together for a long period of time and she goes away and gets with someone, gets engaged.
No, add a bit. You add a bit. There was a ism and schism. We'll get into all of that.
I'm not getting into all. I'm just saying I was with someone for a period of time that I love dearly. Yeah. We broke up. That person has moved on, got engaged. That's ended. And now I'm back with that person. Me personally, I would do the same thing. I don't have a problem with that. I see these narratives online of, oh, if your girl goes with someone else, then you can't take her back. And that's immature work. To me, these bars sound like it's pandering to those people. Do you get what I'm saying? The people that go, if your girl goes with someone else and she's famous as well, then you shouldn't take her back. That's what them bars sound like to me, innit? But if you're someone that doesn't subscribe to those, Chuckie, wait, let me finish though. If you're someone that subscribes to those beliefs, then you're gonna find them bars hard. If you're someone like me or you that doesn't subscribe to those beliefs, you're going to say what you're saying, which is, why take that angle, right? But the reason he took that angle, if I'm thinking in his head, and it's war, is Chip came at your bar skills, Chip came at everything, like started dissing the way man looks, everything, and you didn't respond.
Come outside, yeah.
Maybe if I get a bit more deeper now and cut a bit deeper,
you'll come outside.
It might lure you to come outside. Yeah. And by the way, this is me saying I wouldn't do that. I don't think he should do that.
No.
To me, it seems a bit, do you know what I mean? Like, why do it in that way? But if I'm trying to tap into his way of thinking, it's like, well, maybe this is the only way I can draw a man out to take his head off.
Can I be honest with you? Do you know what is mad?
Do you see what my theory here?
100%. But you know what is ironic? What is ironic is that for me, I'm more likely to come outside if you diss everything outside of the personal stuff. If you're like dissing my ability, how I look, maybe that I'm ugly, maybe that I'm this, that, and the fourth, and whatever, then I'm probably more likely to come outside and jab with you, spar, do some stuff, whatever. If you say something about my gal, my mum, or my thing or whatever, I ain't going on no record. I'm not going on no record.
You just want to fight now?
There's a conversation. There's a conversation that would need to be had. However you take that, however you want to take that, innit? But there's a conversation that would just need to be had. But I'm not doing that. But you know what? You're right. Right. I just thought maybe, and this might even sound disrespectful to Bugzy, but it's like, I was just trying to give Bugzy a little bit more credit than that because of how good I know that he is and how direct that I know that he has been before in the past. But I guess it does make a little sense still. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how it pans out, innit?
What if this is his infrared or like that?
Yeah, where he now wants to come and just take one. Where it's a couple words,
you engage a little bit now, and it's, I got a whole diss track for you. These are the games that I think are going on.
Chip, essentially, really.
Yeah, but you got to remember, Bugzy and Chip are now cool.
Yeah,
they're cool, and who else isn't cool with Stormzy? Chip. Yeah. So it's like, it's almost like what's happening in America. Man, have got sides, and like you're seeing it play out. I just like, to me, maybe I'm just like, because I know Maya so well, and Maya's my close friend, I just don't like it, innit? Like, he can do what he wants. He's a rapper, like, and he's a grown man, and he can say what he wants and stuff like that. I'm sure he doesn't give two shits about my opinion. But I just don't like hearing it as someone that's close to Maya. Do you get what I'm saying? Because now she has to hear all of this stuff. And it's like, if you want to go at Stormzy, then like you said, just go at Stormzy. Do you get what I'm saying? And find other ways to go at Stormzy without bringing in the misses or... Because man get very upset about those things.
Mitch, though, because I understand your point, and I know that I would have the same sentiment in your situation, yeah. But pushing that aside and pushing that emotional element aside, like logically, I'm still saying that like, I'm not precious about that in a full diss record. If you're from 1 minute to 3 minutes 30 in that 4 minute, within that whole time you're dissing a man, but 4 bars you've said something about a man's missus or whatever. Cool, you're engaging in this now. It's a free for free right now. Cool, you're fighting for your life. But if you're trying to just bring somebody outside and you're just going to use 4 bars, and this is the angle, to me, it was like, there's so many different ways that Bugzy could have done that to try and get him outside. But then also, do you know what? The reason why I'm almost backtracking that is because you made a really, really good point. And that good point is that Chip said everything. He said every possible thing that you could say, and he never came outside. So you know what? Let me try man's missus. And you know what? If we ain't gonna come outside after that, we're going for his mum. Do you get what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
I don't know, man. The game's funny, innit?
Yeah, the game is. I just think. Look, I don't mind man clashing. I want to see man clash. If Bugzy wants to go for the throne,
don't diss a man's man, though, please.
Go for the throne, innit? Like, get it how you want. That's up to him how he wants to do it. But the reality is, no one would be talking about it. The Sun would not be posting it if he just dissed one of the other things you were talking about.
That's true.
Would they be talking about it?
No.
Would we be even maybe sitting here talking about it?
No, we would.
What if he came with just like a indirect subliminal of I'm better than you? And
bro, if he found out that he was going at somebody and we deciphered it, this is what this is here for.
Yeah, but this is here to make everyone talk.
You're saying would we talk about it here? Yeah, we would. Out there, they probably wouldn't. Okay. But then do you know what probably would happen is if I'd figured it out and said something, then all of a sudden now, if it did become a thing, then people would start getting upset. You was the reason why.
Let me quickly ask you a question. Should Stormzy engage? Lyrically.
Well, I just said, I'd be a hypocrite if I said he should. I'd be a hypocrite. Because I said I would be more likely to go outside I'd be more likely to go outside from that Chip perspective than I would with the Bugzy thing. And the reason being is because, again, even though I know that they like had a friendship or whatever that was at the time, and it just went sour, I don't really know the too much of the full ins and outs behind it. I got an understanding of the Chip and Bugzy, of the Chip and Stormzy thing. I got an understanding of certain elements of that, but I'm not going to get into all of that. But I just think that in the way that panned out, or the way that it started from the fans' perspective, for me, taking some of the maybe the behind the scenes context that I might know about, I think that would bring me outside more than it would a man telling me about my missus or my mum or my youth. Like those 3 things there. I just don't think, because one of the reasons why I don't think I could do it is because I think I'm going to be overly emotional, and that's not going to win this thing. If you get me too emotional, I won't win. So,
but it depends who you are, though. You're talking about you specifically. For you specifically.
So that's why I'm saying that, like, with that being said,
but it can be channeled though.
Of course it can. But you're asking me a question. I'm just saying that, like, it's hard for me to say that he should engage, because I would understand why somebody would be like, nah, that one there, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. But would I like to see it? I wouldn't be mad at it. I think it's random though.
The only reason I say it can be channeled is because I've seen it in history where, once again, you know Nas is my guy. A man said, you know who, did you know what, you know who, let's keep that between me and you. Like, man was saying, I beat your baby mum.
Yeah.
And that is all grounds to get emotional, and guns can come out and all of that stuff. And a man just channeled it, put it into a diss track, and dissed, man.
Yeah. So,
do you see what I'm saying here?
Right, but
it can be channeled depending on who you are.
But let's look at the context with that as well, though. Yeah, Nas didn't go outside straight away. Yeah, because maybe he was very emotional about that at the time. Maybe,
he definitely, probably was.
And so it was like, you know what? Right now is not the time. But as you said, he channeled it, left it for some time or whatnot. Then when he was ready, came outside and did a madness. And maybe that is the route. Maybe that might be the route.
But I'm not saying Stormzy can't do that, because what he did was he put it on an album, and everyone knows if you put that on an album as well, it's gonna help your album. It's business, more sales, because everyone's gonna listen to it. Stormzy could be in the studio making a new album right now. I hear he's got 1 album left on his current deal. Yeah, he could channel this into a song and wait for the album to drop and put it in a song there, and then that blows up the album more as well. I'm not saying he should just jump out the gate now and do a district. And that's why that's why taking it back to Kendrick and Cole and these lot, by the way.
From what you were saying.
That's another thing. Everyone thinks that, like, because Kendrick's done this, that artists now should like go, fuck the tour, run in the studio, abandon like their obligations, and then change their mentality and channel this right now when they're doing things right now, right? When I can now wait for my next project and address it then. This whole thing of like, you have to respond in 48 hours. That's not a real thing, bro.
No, it's not.
People can respond whenever they want, like, as long as it's potent.
Spoiled with that. I think they just copied that from, that's a grime thing. So now you're putting that into this element here. I mean, maybe dancehall was doing that quite too, actually. The dancehall artists are quite rapid at going back and forth at each other. And obviously, there is a load of similarities between dancehall and grime anyway. But I think people just take that and just bring it into this equation. And I just think, in this context, in this type of rap, it's like, it doesn't usually go like that anyway. Nobody don't flipping, a man don't diss somebody and then straight away the next day or 2 days or a week or whatever come out. And when Jay was dissing man and that, enough times he was dissing man way after the fact man was saying so. It was almost a thing of, I didn't forget about what you said, you know.
Yeah.
Here's something for your head.
There was no internet
quickly.
back then anyways.
So. Yeah. So, you know.
But yeah, war season though, man. We're
I'm
here.
on all of that.
We're here, man.
Yeah,
2024, the year of war.
Yeah, I'm on all of that.
2020 war.
2020 war.
That's what we're calling it now.
I do want to see something direct though, and I want to see a free for somebody. Doesn't have to be them lot. It could be somebody else. It could be anyone. But I just want to see an element of that. You know what? The internet loves smoke anyway, so these lot are going to be on the internet always just demanding smoke because people only pay attention when there's drama, more so when there's love. So I just take it as a pinch of salt when people are on the internet talking about right now this person has to do. You lot just want smoke. You just any day of the week you just want it, and I understand that. That's fine. But when it happens, it's gonna happen. And I do believe at some point, even if these men are fucking mad old, when we talk about Kendrick and Drake, yeah, I'd hate to see it then. But you know what? Fuck it. If you man are gonna be 95 years old and you're still in the studio and you're gonna go back and forth, do it. This my man about his fucking pension scheme and that, and his Ross Clark stick. You get what I'm saying? Like, tell my man about that. You know what I mean? How much grey hairs my man's got now. Bro, whatever it is, bro. Anyway, Mitch, love and guidance.
Big love as always.
Really appreciate you coming down, bro.
Oh, come on, my guy.
Wait, is there anything that anyone needs to, like, know about in regards to...
I've got a show dropping soon.
Yeah.
It's my own show on my YouTube channel.
Cool.
Interview with celebrity guests.
Oh, yeah?
All owned by me. Big first guest. I'm not going to say who it is. I just want you lot to watch it. And yeah, if you like it, support it, man. But yeah, it's the next step now. Still doing Kick Game and obviously everything I'm doing. But now it's time for me to have ownership and do my thing.
Come on, my brother. Love every time. Thanks for listening, everyone, yeah?